And as many of the audience knows, this tournament here, it's just going to be an online phase. Later on along the lines, it's going to be on the land phase in Guwahati, Assam. And that's, I think, one of the biggest achievements mobile firefighters can start.
What's up, you guys?
And we are expecting higher from them, especially in the first round, as you mentioned. So I hope they start us off with a banger.
Yeah, indeed, Linville. You know what? I like that you mentioned these are most of the meta bans indeed, but that Benedetta, not something you see quite often. So yeah, I feel like that's sort of a target ban on the other side. Maybe Sir Yap lags a lot. Will not be lagging if he plays Benedetta. But at the same time, I think enough respect is given to both teams because there's a lot on the line, folks. Yes, you heard it. The Northeast Cup is finally underway. Day one, game number one. We got more than enough teams actually taking part at this point in time. The registrations are still open. So if you want more information about it, make sure you join the Discord of Battle Knights. Of course, the link is in the description. And apart from that, if you need more information, you can always duke it out with the moderators and they will provide you the information that you need. But look at those final bans, level the Moskov and the Fanny.
Yeah, quite spicy. And Duba here, starting us off very strong with the Edith. You know, I'm telling you, the flexibility of Team Mafia right now is showing as they go for the idiot pick here. Well, you could sort of argue maybe Edith as a first pick could be slightly unbalanced, but she's really good in meta right now. Very tanky, does a lot of damage, counters a lot of heroes, especially there's Brawl Rangers who always come close towards a close range here. Has the knockup, has the crowd control, and the burst, you know, could punish. Even this Ruby right here is quite deadly here by Navinachi. It's a very smart plays coming in from the side team Yaps a lot. They know their counters, and I think they might go for the assassin pick in this case.
Yeah, and I think Team Yapslot are looking to go down the assassin route, but get what? Another sort of a counter to the assassins in the mid lane that Vexana been running high ever since that revamp that she received, not just to the looks, but also the skills. And guess what? That brought her a new face into the land of Dawn. Ever since, she's always been in the meta, dominating that mid lane and creating a wreaking havoc for the opposition, especially with an Eternal Guardian. But you know what else, Linville? For those of you, once again, who want to join the Northeast Cup, registration is still open. You got to make sure you download the game. The game is available in the Play Store, folks, only on Android at this point in time. And of course, if you want to be a part of the tournament, you got to play the game. If you're not playing the game, you can't be a part of the tournament. It's that. It's simple as that. But you know what else is so simple, Linville? Just pick up the Hayabusa while he's available.
Indeed, Willow here. Quick hands, picking up before it's taken by the side of Team Yaps a lot. But Sir lags a lot here with the counter. Tigreal, Zushin, Ruby. That's a lot of crowd control heroes here, especially for the higher, for the Edith. And it could lead to a lot of early game skirmishes we might see in the turtle lane. But, War Machine gonna go for the ban in this case. And maybe look at the side of Team Mouth. They don't have the Romeo. They don't have the XP or Marksman Duba here playing it with the Edith. Maybe some mind games. But yes, the Akai ban here, very smart coming in from Team Yaps a lot. Especially, Akai can just shut down Tigreal with the heavy spin. Even the Ruby sometimes if she plays too aggressive. So if this is really smart bans coming from both sides. Even the Lunox here, very well played.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. Given the fact that the Tigreal does want to provide that big 5-man implosion, the I'm Offended's coming in from that Ruby, especially that Zushin with that Lantern Flare, that little bit of a change that made to the mana when you're not using it on a hero does make a lot of a difference, and Akai could be the one that throws in the wrench in the works of the entire team, so they take it out. The Lunox, yes, it's a great ban indeed, Linville, like you mentioned, especially given the fact that it can, create a disruption, especially when Villo is going in for the Ogi Shadow kill. So right now, these bans are coming in fantastic, left, right, and center. But guess what? Center stage taken right now. This final few bans should probably set the scene. And they take out the Terizla, the one and only big dog, swinging that hammer down in the EXP lane. Gonna be a problem. And guess what? Phobius was let through the entire time.
Indeed, Phobius, quite a menace in these matches so far. He's just so tanky. Team Mafia, really smart plays coming in. The Ruby could go to the goal lane, could go to the mid lane maybe. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But very smart, decisions being made all in all by both teams here. The War Machine gonna go the first pick in the second draft phase. And this is gonna be a slight early pick as Roger is gonna be locked in here. Ooh, a Roger against this composition, slightly 50-50 against the Hayabusa, and struggles a little bit against the Vixana. He does need to be set up, but I think he's gonna be headed towards the goal lane though. Ooh, it's a little bit of tough decision to be made by Team Yaps a lot, especially since Roger got those nerfs, and we've seen the impact it's had in the recent matches.
Yeah, you're right, Lionel. I was just about to say, I don't like this Roger. Yes, I was a fan of the Roger before. War Machine probably wants to go Lycan form, Lycan pounce his way to victory, but guess what, my friend? That nerf hammer that hit down Roger was quite a lot. His ultimate, just that transformation from the Lycan form to the human form has been added quite a lot of seconds, and every second counts, folks, especially in the Northeast Cup here by Battle Knights, and this is going to be one heck of a game. But guess what? The stage is set for Team Moff. Linville, I know. You want to talk about that big bad Grok indeed, especially in the wrong position, knowing that you are one of the best Grok players out there, not just in India, folks, but the world. That's why the man's here up on the desk casting, providing all the analysis that you guys need, alongside me, Kronos, of course. And oh my god, the Ling was left until the last pick.
I don't know if it's a good pick though against this Grok and Harrod Neo here. The side of Team Math does have the early advantage, especially the burst here distributed in Magic Physical. The crowd control abilities from the Wild Charge, or even Duba here with the Rock-Ups. It's just a little bit hard to manage. Sure, the rest of your team does have a lot of crowd control abilities, but what are you going to use that for if the damage is not going to be prevalent, especially in the early to mid-game phase, when it's so crucial against this lineup that Team Math has? If they are allowed to snowball, it's just going to be so hard for the side of Team Yaps lot here. And as you added with the bonus, the Roger as well, War Machine. Yeah, Roger is semi-good, but there's so many priorities to be set for that to be made. But yeah, Kronos.
Hey, guess what, Linville? You're absolutely right. War Machine is going to have a hard time, especially after the nerf to Roger. But guess what, folks? We are ready to go into the Land of Dawn for the first game in day number 1 of the Northeast Cup, the online phase, ladies and gentlemen. We have Team Off on the blue side, Sir Yaps on the red. My name is Kronos. I'll be the caster for tonight. Alongside me is Linville, the host. Jenny, thank you so much for introducing us earlier. But guess what? Right now, we are getting ready to get this underway. And right now, we got to see how it's going to go down, Linville.
Indeed, and it's the standard rotations coming up there. Most of these jungles and vermers are going to mid towards the goal lane here. And looking at the side there, Grok is going to be on the bot lane. In this case, he's not going to be the roamer for this matchup either. Instead, well, looks like they're going on to 1, but I don't know if they can do enough damage, especially in the early game here.
See that small little interaction? One actually tried to dash in behind, but at the same time, Vexana, Angry Cat, making sure she feels the wrath of the Vexana, getting a little bit of poke damage indeed down the bot side and freezing the wave towards their favor. But you can see on the top side, Linville Naveen right now hitting that level 4. It's a 4-man rotation, and looks like Duba here might be caught in a rock in a hard place. He might want to go, but realizes that and get out of harm's way. And Naveen here, look at that. He's just waiting to pounce.
Indeed, just playing it slow, paying for the mid game, I guess. So for there, onto Angry Cat here.
Oh, look at that Tempest of Blades. He drops it down, gets picked up. Angry Cat, not so angry anymore, but the Earth Shatter just provides a lot of CC, knocks him up. And Sir Lagzalot, guess what? He's actually having a good MS right now, not making sure he doesn't lag.
Indeed, but might just be in some trouble here, Crow.
Oh my
god.
Indeed, he gets taken down. That is the Ling we were talking about earlier, Linville. And I think Ling really needs to step up to the plate, especially in the early game, because he is the sort of a hyper carry that we like to use quite a lot. Folks, hyper not a thing anymore, but Ling is indeed.
Yep, and that early kill there is disabling his buffs, especially. I don't think they can contest a turtle. Oh dear.
Goodness, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
What a solo kill down bot side and another kill here. And it seems like Team Mofford just taking over the map, and Naveen not able to do anything at this point in time. Just has to contest this purple, and one really not able to do much as well. Duba just in their face the entire time. But guess what, Linville? We failed to notice this Grok's actually in the EXP lane and not the roamer.
Indeed, and Team Mafia playing a little bit different, confusing Team Yaps a lot in those scenarios, and especially even in the top lane, you did see the Zushin and the Roger was there facing against Neo, but somehow War Machine fell down and got taken off the kill. This is 3-0 right now. Currently, Team Maf very strong. There looks like Maf wants to go in.
Yeah, I don't think it's idea, not onto a Tigreal, but the poke damage does add quite a lot later on. But the 4-man rotation up top, the top lane is what they want to contest. Look at that, they go in with the Chrono Dasher, Synchro Fission as well. Lantern Flare comes out, but that big wild charge rotation all the way from the bot side. Akatsuki taking them out of the Land of Dawn. That is 2 kills going into the side of Team Off. 5-0 right now, the kill score. War Machine will be the next target that they want to pounce on. Guess what? This Lycan won't have any place to run towards. He gets picked up, he gets dropped down, he goes into Lycan form, and he will get taken out indeed as the Tempest of Blades come down from Naveen, and he will be the next on the chopping block. He gets taken down. Team Off 5-man up top in the rotation, and looks like Sir Lagzalot doesn't have any answer because he is nowhere to be seen.
Indeed, Mafia with precise gameplay, especially positioning, and they know exactly when to tank the turret, when to go in with those abilities. And you know what I really like about this Akatsuki Grok is he can be going on the aggression whenever he wants to with the flicker wall charge, and he's just so powerful against the side of Team Yaps a lot. But yeah, again.
Speaking of that wild card, that was it, Lingo. You were just talking about it, and Akatsuki deserves more praise than that. Man just made a rotation all the way from the bot side to the top lane, came back to the mid lane, had the wild charge once again, provided another set, took them down, and look at that. He's not even taking a little bit of damage on his gold plating yet, while Dubai here just being a nuisance, a menace on towards Naveen, who had to drop the Tempest of Blades on towards basically nothing, but the implosion comes out. They have the damage, yes they do, and Full Clip is the one that provides it as well, and the kills unfortunately going to Sir Lagzalot, but that is a little bit of a breathing room that the team gets for their side.
Indeed, and you know what I really like about the play, at least Maf, taking those 2 kills by the side of Team Yaps a lot. But it's look at the players. It's Duba and Angry Cat. They have 2 kills and 0 kills, so it's not a shutdown. So maybe you could argue that is quite a smart decision there. Neo and Duba, yeah, going with aggression or shadow.
Oh, their Laxlot pulls him back with the Sacred Hammer, but Naveen is the one that's getting caught. Primorat comes out as well from Duba. Duba's the one initiating all these plays, but guess what? They always make it when Akatsuki's around. This man's able to rotate around the map so quick, Linwell. How is that possible? People want to know. Tell us about your Grok yapping already.
It's got to be the passive, the rapid boots. But here, once again, Neo going in with the curl dash.
War Machine, Lycan Pounce tried to damage, but guess what? The Zaman Force provide an extra bit of tankiness to Neo, while at the same time the Quad Shadow comes out. Willow's on a killing spree and makes War Machine cry a little bit, but at the same time the implosion comes down to Sacred Hammer. Sir Laxlot trying to do something for his team, but Duba quite tanky indeed. Naveen not really sure is the smartest idea. He gets taken down. No, he doesn't. Primorat comes out, but that is the wild charge once again from Akatsuki. An MVP performance so far. 306 takes down Naveen. 032 on a Ling. Not really sure if you're on the smartest decisions out of there, but at the same time, Linville, the next turtle coming up in 10 seconds. Does this turtle make a difference, or I don't know what's going on right now. This Grok's been all over the place.
Indeed, and yeah, yes, as you said, yeah, the turtle does make a difference with the recent change in the passive. It does give a little bit of that passive shielding, throughout the game. It sort of adds to the effect, especially since you saw Duba over there survive with a sliver of HP and the Primal Rat just giving enough shield for him to sustain the rest of that damage there done by the Ling, who is not having a great day right now. 0-3-2 Rakichi. Actually, he's just struggling now. But Ruby here.
Oh, but at the same time, look at that. The implosion was provided, not enough damage. And guess what? Naveen gets taken out, but on the bot side, Neo tried to get something as well. And now they're just walking in their faces, and that was a Vexana just in the middle of, in the thick of it. Angry Cat just showing that they are angry indeed. But at the same time, War Machine will have to back off as Akatsuki. Will he find him? He cancels the ring. He goes in. There's the power of nature. He wants to provide the damage. Oh my goodness, that was quite.
Biar kisah Dania. Iksan gift salang ya.
Again, this Grok is on an absolute tear, and so is Team Moff leading the charge. Duba is in it as well, and right now they want to go in. He goes in with that onward, waiting. Lantern Flare picks him up, Linwell, but seems like they will back off for the moment.
And maybe we could take a look at the item set, but never mind. Okay, real play coming in by the Tigreal with a blow.
That's a full 3-man. I'm offended with the flicker, actually buying them enough time, and Naveen comes in. He wants to pick up the spoils, but guess what? He doesn't have the damage, does he? Tempts the blades. He gets the shutdown. No, he goes on towards full clip. Who gets the triple kill? Willow, he does have the Ogi shadow kill. The retribution is there as well. That flame retribution, he can provide the damage, and guess what? One going in. He tries to clear the lane, but seems like he might get caught out. 1 against Willow, 12 against 9. We'll have to back off. Do not have the damage take that.
And yeah, that is the mid-game play we won't see from Team Labs a lot at this situation. Especially, they have the spike early game, they're lacking the damage. You only have the crowd control abilities. We saw the perfect initiation with the Tigreal and the Ruby, and it was just impeccable. But yeah, it's a little bit of a chance, but the shadow kill might be coming out onto Ruby, no? One getting taken down.
Monster killing. Well, that guy's an absolute monster.
Indeed, but this is the goal for the rest of Team Mav to start off the Lord, trying to clear it off. Angry Cat with the zoning, Sir Laxlot ready to go in, possibly dodges the crowd control abilities, trying to zone out, and yeah, the Lord is going to be taken by Mav here. Doesn't look like it's going to be contested. Duba trying to go in and set up for his team. This plays on the aggression too much, might just be punished like previously. The flicker is on cooldown, but no.
Tempest of Blaze to get out of there. He didn't even get the purple.
Yep, and very unfortunate here. The Lord is coming up. He did use the retribution, and this Grok here building with the mobility boots here. Look, if you take a look at the items, the rapid boots alongside the passive effect. He's just so mobile, and then he has been everywhere in the map, available for all those setups, all those damage, even able to melt the Roger in those cages. But Duba trying to go in possibly here, start off an early skirmish to disrupt the rest of Team Yaps a lot, splitting up wave sync perfectly. Just might go in after this Lord dives in the bot lane.
Yeah, it is, and look at that, Holy Defense gets procced as well, but the Lord still quite healthy in the bot side. They're trying to take it down. Full Clip doesn't have the damage that he needs. The passive is popped once again. The Holy Defense in the mid lane. Top lane is there as well. A lot of waves synced together. Seems like Team Moff actually get the inhibitor down bot. Slowly but surely they did. Next, they're trying to get somebody else on the chopping block. Seems like they understand it's not the right time to engage and back off.
Indeed, and I guess it's a quite smart decision. They did take the turret for free, turret inhibitor, and Lord will be spawning in. So no need to risk it out, just clear the mini waves. If Team Yaps a Lord place it on aggression, they know how to answer. And they've already seen the Tigger Ruby play, so expecting it. But in the mid lane here, on towards this, gonna push it out.
Oh, Conceal comes out. Sir lags a lot. He wants to do something, but guess what? He has no space to do whatsoever because Akatsuki and Duba are right in their faces, providing so much vision, so much peel for Angry Cat that is very much needed, especially on a Vexana. And let's not forget, hasn't really, he hasn't really had his time to shine, to be honest. He hasn't dropped the Zaman Force. We haven't seen him dancing around yet, and that'll be coming out soon.
Especially, I think it's because of this Ruby here, one just being a huge menace. And and my answer here?
Oh, good. I'm not sure what one was thinking. I think he thought he already won, but guess what, my friend? You are 0-4-6 at this time around. Seems like he needs to find another way. They need to find another way. Yes, they had a moment of brilliance with that I am offended and implosion play, but that's what they need to rely on right now. They're going in. Oh my goodness, that Chrono Dash did one. It more than half his HP on towards Naveen. And at this point in time, I think they really need to buy some time because look at the goal difference, Linwell. It's about 7,000, 12 minutes into the game. Yes, it is quite a lot, as the Luminous Lord should be coming up anytime soon.
Indeed, and this Luminous Lord is going to be huge for the side of Team Mav here, especially to end off the game. Only one inhibitor turret left in that situation. Itemization as well, perfectly done. And as you mentioned, 7k goal lead here. It's so hard to be contested. Ling is just going for a split push in this scenario as the rest of his team can't even walk forward. You saw the damage from Neo earlier. It's just melting even the frontliners. And if they lose another member here, I don't know how they're going to defend this law, especially, it's already past the 12-minute marker, almost the 13-minute marker, and, timing it off with a respawn, it's just going to be so difficult here for Team Yaps a Lot, especially, it just might be it.
Yeah, it should be, because that's the only thing that's left standing is the inhibitor up top, and he goes with the onward one is the one that gets caught. Earth Shatter, he gets knocked up, or Sir lags a lot, provides the implosion, but not on the right target, and they get quite a lot, along with Akatsuki, the wild charge. Tempest of Blades goes up, but there's nothing that he can do. The base crystal is the one that's exposed, and seems like Team Moff didn't want to waste any time at that. They cracked it open and took it down as soon as they could. A dominating performance for Team Moff, 21-6, Linwell, and seems like they had a field day today.
Indeed, and it's been so logical, as in like musical. Just looking how Team Mav plays, getting ready for the initiation. Dubot's ready whenever. He has always to be aggressive to keep the Tigreal and Ruby in check. He was answered for it in one scenario, but that's pretty smart coming in. Akatsuki also, after the engage, always holds on to that passive effect, just immune to those crowd control abilities and using the wall charge whenever necessary, whenever Tigreal drops the implosion. And I think that just came in crucial because Team Yaps a Lot's strong point are those team fights. And this Grok, having a full damage build shreds your backliners. At that point, Neo or the high booster, the Willow, just comes in and then cleans up shop. So it's just pretty simple for them.
But you know what, Linwell, I think I'm just nitpicking here when it comes to it, because I did see Akatsuki on the Impure Rage instead of like a Lethal Ignition, although he went all damage.
Yeah.
You think the Impure Rage is a little better, or is that still kind of living in the past, given that mana doesn't exist on Grok anymore? What do you think?
the latter, living the past. But it's all right. I mean, he's going full damage. He's trying to get as much as he wants.
They won. They won. What else can they say? But guess what? Jenny just popped up on the screen. Hey, Jenny, what's up? How did you enjoy that game, bro? That was an absolute banger for the first one, wasn't it?
Oh, I think your mic's muted, Jenny.
Yeah, I think she just muted herself and she completely forgot. Guess what?
I'm so sorry.
I wasn't the
I'm
only
so
one
sorry.
lagging. Like Jenny as well.
I'm so sorry. I forgot that I just muted myself. Yeah, and the first match, I mean, wow. They gave away a link and then the way they countered him, he couldn't do anything. The first skill, do you guys remember? Just Grok went and they used his nature and then
Yep.
he was that. Link was that. I mean, it's a 13 minutes game and the kills were like 21 to 6 kills. I mean, they dominated. They dominated the whole.
Mhm.
Indeed.
Especially, since like you're facing against an early game composition, you don't have the damage to punish. And if you don't punish, they're just going to snowball, and it's just going to be harder for your team. Azushin is really great, but you need to compensate for it. Maybe go for a Matilda. Maybe, I don't know. But in that case, it was the drafters already heavily relied on the crowd control setups, and since they got denied that potential ability, it was just too late. Roger was not the play though. Yeah, we can all agree on that.
Yeah, I think we can all agree on that. They didn't have the wave clear that they needed. Yes, they prioritized on the CC, but you're taking something
Yeah.
away. That perfect balance wasn't there. But Team Ma found that perfect balance. They had the wave clear, they had the CC, they had the early game power spike, the mid game, the late game. They had not many recall taunts that we like to see, but a little bit would have been fun. But for a game number one, I think Jenny, that was an absolute cracker.
Yeah, I love that. I love seeing Math play, to be honest. But again, guys, don't go anywhere. This was just the first round. We got a first match. We have like 5 more matches today, right? And if I'm not wrong, I think Team Mavericks and GRM might have that match might have been cancelled. The second match will be Megatron versus Lafu Kabi or Viking. Wait, I'm a little confused over there. Megatron X Lafu Kabi versus Viking. That's gonna be the next match, guys. So don't go anywhere. Stay right in. Right.
Who are you fighting for? No one would ever know your name. Who are you waiting for? No one would be there to save you. You would be alone when hope was gathering together with the sun. Even though your back's to
Hello, guys. Welcome back. Well, it has been a hell of a match, the first match, and we're back with the second match. We're starting soon. We're just waiting for the players to hold in, and then we're gonna go back to the trap. But again, once again, make some noise for the Daisy guys who made it to international, Kronos, and Limo.
Hey, bro. I think you said it the first time, Jenny, but guess what? The audio did not come through, folks. So unfortunate enough.
Unfortunate. Yep.
Guess what? You can hear it once again, that wonderful introduction that Jenny gave last time as well for the Northeast Cup. But you know what, guys? You know what I was so excited about? Seeing that transition, that way, the Northeast Cup coming in and, you know, the whole shebang. It looks so beautiful. I'm just so excited for the entire event.
Indeed, very
how
much
about Limo?
so. And very well said also. Since, you know, we're finally in the big stage, guys. India shining upon the limelight. All of the players, you know, you got a chance to show us what you got, show us that you can make it to the big leagues. And, you know, this is one of the possibilities for many more tournaments to come. Especially, you know, we saw in the first game, Team Muff played wonderfully well. Unfortunate for Yaps a lot, though. But, you know, it's just to show that every team here means business. You got to come in here in the tournament, trying to take it all, win the lot with your team. Even if you go down with a loss, maybe, you know, it's take that as a as a learning curve for future tournaments to come. But yeah, I think that's enough for a little bit of an intro. But, you know, Kronos, what are you expecting from these two teams we have, Team Mavericks and GRM?
Hey, yo, I thought you weren't gonna mention the name of the team, but guess if you want to be a part of this, Jenny, you should play the game too. You should download the game, bro. Why did you download the game yet?
Well,
You know,
I
guys-
already did.
Oh, you already did?
I already did. I guess it's just up to the viewers now. You know, players, one thing. Players are important for a tournament, the organization, the casters, but then we should never forget the viewers, guys.
Oh,
In the first match, we hit like a 500, almost 500 or even more than 500. But I think later on tonight, we also have Evil Esports playing who have a really good, huge fan base. So I'm expecting that maybe tonight we can hit 1,000 live viewers and more. And if we do, we're going to host a lot of giveaways as well. So guys, share the stream ASAP. Share it. Get all your friends. Tell them that okay, this is happening. Northeast Cup is taking place. The first LAN event, and we already have 500 people watching. Come and watch. Get some insights. Let's have fun together. What say, guys?
Yeah, that's really right. You know, we got a lot of people watching, and not just the people in the Northeast, the rest of India as well. People want to watch. People want to know what's happening with Mobile Legends 5v5. Guess what's happening? We got the Northeast Cup, the first ever LAN event, and of the largest scale thus far. And we not only got, you know, that Northeast teams taking part, we got the rest of India as well. This is the online phase. We go to then we transition into the state representation phase, and then we transition into the LAN phase. Guys, this is a long and, you know, beautifully organized tournament. It's just day number 1, match number 2, and guess what? You got the best of the best up on the desk. You got Jenny as a host. You got Linville as an analyst to break everything down. You got me as a caster as well. I mean, what else do you guys need? Just share it, get people on board, enjoy, get entertained, and make sure you stick around for the rest of the day as well, because we got more information and more news coming. But first of all, don't forget to download the game and be a part of this entire community. And let's not forget, Jenny, right? We got to get into the Discord, bro.
Yep. All the links, all the social media links, anything else, everything is in the description for the game, for the Discord, for Facebook, for Instagram. Come on, guys. Follow up and stay updated. Get all the news firsthand. And again, this anniversary event is going on. So install the Mobile Legends 5 versus 5 ASAP and yeah, benefit by getting all the skins, all the free skins, all the free stuffs. Come on, man. Get it all.
Hey, Linville, forgot to mention the registration is still open, bro.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Okay, guys, the registration is still open. We're expecting about 512 teams in total. I'm assuming. So there's a lot of open slots. You still have a chance to shine on the big stage. There are a lot of nameless teams out there, and maybe this could be your opportunity in the big stage. Possibly against, if you go toe to toe with one of the top teams, your name might be set in history, especially in the Indian esports scene for Mobile Legends 5v5. But yep, I think we should probably go on to the match here. These two teams are waiting for us a little bit. But yeah, anything else you guys want to say before we go in?
I just hope to see that in the last match we saw total domination from Team MAF. It was almost one-sided. I want to see something like a next to next match. So I'm hoping we could see a good clash in the second match. What say, guys?
Yeah, absolutely right. And on that note, Jenny, I know you want to take a backseat and watch the game as well and enjoy it, just like our viewers. So let's get into the draft. We got Team Mavericks on the blue side and GRM on the red. No strangers. These once again big shots in the Mobile Legends 5v5 scene in India. And for now, well, guess what? Surprise, surprise. We got that the desert man out of there. Not going to see the lead anymore. It's just dessert because it was so sweet seeing him in the land of dawn.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, sand is a dessert, I guess, in that situation. But these two teams here, they know what's up here. Khalid ban straight off the bat, as you mentioned, just what you expect when you're going in to this pro scene here. The Ruby being answered as well. This is what I would like to see. The previous game, so many broken heroes open. The compositions there always it gets spicy, but a little unbalanced, you'd say. So you did see a complete total domination from Team Mav. But this time here, Team Maverick as well as GRM here knows what's up. Bans off those annoying XP laners who have been quite a menace with their abilities. Khalid super tanky, does a lot of damage, and Ruby likewise with the crowd control abilities in this case. But you know what that means, Kronos? Might be a potential. I'm not sure. Okay, maybe alpha. I don't know.
I was gonna say the assassins, Linville. I was letting you take it all.
That's it.
Hey, see, look at that. The assassins are definitely gonna be on board, but they realize that they want to play an assassin, so they take out the Ling, and which is gonna be a little bit of a problem indeed. And the Hayabusa is still left open. You got the Nolan that's slowly been creeping up here and there, especially with those fractures. The Rift has been providing damage. The Alice, however, once again a problem in the gold lane. Can be flexed into the jungle. Can be played as an EXP laner. Some people even play it in the mid lane. I don't know what's up with the Alice. You guys have to figure it out. Just can't be just throwing her down every single lane. But at the same time, both the teams, I think this sets up the stage for the first phase of the draft, doesn't it, Linville?
Indeed, very much so. But what counters these assassins, Carlos? I like to see a Mincetar on one of the opposing hands here for both sides. But especially with those hooks and King's Calling, we know what these players are capable of, and I'm just hyped for it. But so far, the ban's coming up. Blue team, the Phobius, the Alice, and the Khalid, very wonderfully pulled out. While side red team here. Ling, the Ruby, as well as a Chip, who is very smart considering first pick is going to a blue team, and Chip, is quite a menace. He did got a nerf to his passive, but in the end, his ultimate got a buff, and that's like huge W for his rotation.
Another flex pick coming in, Linwell. We got the Sicilian. Yes, he's a mid laner. Yes, he's a mage. But at the same time, that buff that he received, putting him into the goal lane makes sense as well because he has that bat impact to provide the damage. And they get another flex pick. This Hylos flex picks all over the place, folks. It's got me in a list, but at the same time, another one. Export, what's going on, Linwell? These people are throwing us for a doozy.
Wait, Lunox, come on, Lunox, blue team, you got this. Go for the Lunox. Aurora, okay, fire ice combo here. Hey, that's pretty fair, I'd say. Blue team, yeah, 16 mirrors and Cubo alongside with those flex picks, as we mentioned earlier. They do have the damage, tankiness, and the shred ability to melt down. So that's really keen of the Hylos here. The Revitalize is going to provide a spike in those early game battles. Rio there in the pick might just be an answer for this.
Yeah, and I like to mention that fire and ice combo, right? That fire and ice combo is quite a bit of a menace. Oh my goodness, he goes in for the Nathan. They're really early revealing their cards. So now that shows the Sicilians in the mid lane. You got Nathan in the gold lane. They got the late game damage, baby. They got that piling up to the extreme. They're going to do all that they can and quite a lot of magic damage. So I know for a fact they don't need any more magic damage. But at the same time, they take out the Harith, which will be a problem in the gold lane against this Nathan. So he here. I know he's got a lot of he's, but I'm going to say he folks. But will he get the last laugh? That's the question, Linwell.
Indeed. I think they do stand a really good chance here. As you said earlier, the magic damage is a lot for the South Red team. But in this case, you can predict their draft. It is quite simple. The gold lanes, as I said, the magic lanes said, they can't go for Julian jungle or some other thing shenanigans here. So it's quite obvious to go for either Nolan or the Hayabusa in the jungle lane. If they go for the Roger, it is kind of bad going against this Aurora. But Claude Bandit coming in from the red team as well. Very swell.
Yeah, and I think it is smart bans. They got to take out the gold lane competition, especially the ones that can actually provide quite a lot of dive in the form of this Claude. Yes, he has the BMI, the Blazing Do It, just going to go into the back line, create havoc once again. Especially given the fact that he has no mana. Yes, he received that rework, folks. Get back up to speed. I don't know where you guys are, but right now we are in game number 2 of day 1 of the Northeast Cup. Team Mavericks on the blue side, GRM on the red. 5-5 bans all set in match, folks. And we got the Hayabusa and the Bane on the blue side as well to finish it off. But guess what? The jungle, they're looking to go down the Martis. We haven't seen that for quite some time, haven't we, Linwell? Gushen, but they go into the form of a CC and the EXP. So revealing their cards finally. Hylos is going to be in the roam position along with the Sicilian, providing the front to back composition. That's what they're going for in the side of Team GRM. But Team Mavericks, they got this fire and ice combo. Linville, I know you love to speak about that, so take it from me.
Indeed. And, just going to see wonderful team fights here from the blue side here. And Zen picking up the CC is really smart. If you lock in the Xbox with one of the teammates, it's just going to prevent him from diving into the backline. And you see here, Xbox doesn't take the retribution. Are they going to switch it up with the draft a little bit? Maybe. Waves does hover over the Beatrix over there. So who's going to be the jungler? We know on the Carmilla in this case, still thinking about it. Time running out, T-3, locks it in. It is going to be Kuro still on the jungle. This case though, but Ryu, a Gushen out of all heroes in this case, after already 3 magic heroes from the side of the red team. This is going to be quite surprising if he locks it in, but no, okay, Hovers of the Fanny could be a very good pick here, since you don't really have those targeted markers here for the Fanny. Sure, the Aurora could stun her and freeze her, but it is slightly difficult. The cables are flying around the battlefield. So it's going to be quite hard for blue team though. But a lot of picks to go. A lot of picks to be decided. Has a lot of options. Ryu does know the drill. An assassin main could go with the Nolan and get the flash clear ability.
Well, dude was teasing us the entire time. He showed in a Gushin, went from that to a Lancelot, showed up the Fanny, and guess what? He stuck with the Nolan. And, I I know, Ryu, you're a tease for the side of Team GRM, but guess what? Team Mavericks are not going to leave that stone unturned, because not only does Team GRM want to run with a front-to-back composition, Linwell, seems like Team Maverick as well are looking to go for their front-to-back composition with that Beatrix and Aurora on the back line. You got Edith to provide the front line. You got Carmilla to soak up all of that damage, and especially Xborg to finish them off. So, Linwell, what do you think? Which team are you in for this time?
Well, I'd like to favor the side of Team Mavericks, but Team GRM just has a very strong potential, especially with this Nolan to snowball. If he knows what he's doing, he can get those levels up pretty fast, and the team fight is going to be quite explosive.
Yeah, it is going to be explosive indeed, and I think right now, ladies and gentlemen, get ready to get into the land of dawn for game number 2 of day number 1. We are in the Northeast Cup, folks. Yes, you heard that right. And for those of you who want to join, make sure you register, as registrations are still open. But to do that, you got to download the game. And once you download the game in the Play Store, make sure you go onto the Battle Lines Discord. The link is in the description. Look for the moderators or admins to help you out with how you can go about this process and then be a part of this tournament altogether. And right now we got Team Mavericks on the blue side, GRM on the red. My name is Kronos. Alongside me is Linwell. Linwell, what's up with this game right now?
Indeed. Well, this game's just going to be a standard playthrough, especially since, this level 4 spikes are going to be crucial for both these teams here. Early Gankter coming in from 16 mirrors onto its Z, but it's a CC. Come on, guys. She's just so tanky in the early game.
Yeah, so tanky, so mobile as well. Has the yo-yo blitz to actually heal back up. But meanwhile, once again, the battle is for the gold side. VNO here will be providing a little bit of vision, but has to play on the back foot because the high-lows is going to be a problem. And sincerely Ken, along with Ryu, and he wants to have the last laugh. Waves here, realizing his wave has been frozen. A lot of puns intended, folks. And right now, VNO just providing the support that's needed. But guess what? Team GRM realized there's no opportunity and go back into the mid lane as 16 mirrors wants that reflection into the river. Gets taken out. No, he does not. The fracture was used up in the process. A little bit of a poke. 20 seconds into the turtle in Linwell. How important is this one?
Well, it's going to be very important in both teams' contest for it, especially since Gluttony is so low in HP, and then if you take those fights and give out this potential kills here, which is Sicilian. Yoda is trying to start us off, but waits for this level force. Nolan already ready in position. Xbox sees it. Cubo trying to go in. They're going to start and get his blue buff beforehand. But Gluttony and 16 mirrors here, a little bit of a skirmish for clearing the mid for the bot lane. They're going to get the level force perfectly on time. Wiener also positioned the bush. Doesn't have the Curse of Blood though to activate.
Oh my goodness, Angling Claws comes out, but guess what? Frigid Glacier misses completely, and they get the turtle indeed in the hands of Ryu. They go into the glorious pathway, and they get that first blood that was so much needed. Gluttony, being the glutton that he is, wanted a little bit more than he could chew, and got taken out instantly, but this time around, sincerely Ken, he gets caught out with that stun. At the same time, Cubo not really able to take his orange, but that 4-man rotation into the jungle of the side of Team Mavericks right now, not feeling like a Maverick indeed, as Gluttony respawns back up and has to go down the bot lane to clear it up, but at the same time the rotation of the top lane is not made, so both the gold laners will farming up as they should, and Cubo definitely behind on farm right now.
Indeed, it's quite a turn in tails. As the early game battles, we do want to see Team Maverick here win, take the opportunity of the advantage, but it just that level 4 that lacked from the Carmilla just came in crucial, and high-lows was just so tanky for the side of Team GRM, and it just snowballed them for getting the first victory. It is a kill on internal, so we'll be seeing more trades happening possibly, and this time the goal lane he is having the aggression. Waves there trying to sink it off, but not going to be taking it. Rest of the teams here a little bit confused, especially GRM, on what to do. They did get that first dub though, but they're not trying to capitalize, playing it safe. Hero here, spotting out Wiener and just doing a bit of poke damage, waiting for either teams to set up and play on the aggression and capitalize. Looks like Waves.
Yes. Capital high, Waves gets caught, has to flicker out of harm's way as well. And the better half of Sicilian right now on the opposite side of Ryu here, camping, waiting, and he gets spotted out with that Frosty win. 16 mirrors, found that reflection, but VNO is about to get caught. The expansion comes out and they go in, fracture, and guess what? Heartbreak it is, ladies and gentlemen. Hyodo is the one to take down VNO with that bat impact and the sanguine claws as the turtle is up once again, and this time GRM once again will have priority all over it thanks to the help of this Hylos just zoning them away. Look at that Linwell. Cubo not really able to do anything with the help of Zen as well, just providing a lot of CC and damage. That Yo-Yo Blitz Gluttony goes in, Earth Shatter he is, but not enough damage, not enough follow-up, quite tanky. They need that Curse of Blood, which you mentioned earlier, Linwell, and VNO not having it in that earlier turtle fight, in the first one rather, created quite a problem, and he uses the entropy to get our harm's way. A smart play indeed, as the bot side seems like priority for the side of GRM.
Indeed, there on the other side here, Maverick towards the mid lane here, might just push on to He doesn't have the entropy to get away, but has the wave clear potential. But Milo's here, walking towards Vino.
Yeah, Vino gets caught out, gets taken out, but look at the mirrors taken so low. The Yo-Yo is quite a lot of damage from Zen. Oh my goodness, along with the performance, Delight just being an absolute menace. Cubo here gets spotted out. He here he provides the interference, able to get out of there with the entropy. And Waves here is about to get caught. They might go for the pincer. Look at Sincerely Ken, but no follow-up from He might be a communication gap there. But at the same time, they realize it's not the fight to pick and buy their time as Hyodo is slowly but surely scaling up into this mid-game phase.
The Waves also being cleared off by Waves. It's a quite smart decision, not allowing the side GRM to push forward. Still on a 0-3 there, but having a bit of difficulty. If they want to go in, they need to bait out the Vitalize or the anti-heal item here. It's just Hylos has been so tanky and Waves in a little bit of trouble here. Gonna push forward. He taking on the entropy, just forces out the flicker, getting another turret. GRM is so strong right now. Vino just might suffer from it.
Yeah, he might suffer from it indeed. You mentioned it, Linwell, and guess what? He wanted no beef of that, especially the fact that Sicilian on the other side, not Valentine's Day indeed, folks, but at this time, Gluttony gets caught out, and look at that, they go in. Bennett's Rage Juice. VNO provides the link with the Curse of Blood, but gets taken down, and there it is. The lasting insanity comes out. They get one. Will they get the second? No, they don't, but at the same time, Ryu goes on towards Waves. Waves in Rock in a hard place, gets taken down with the fracture and the expansion. Those risks really creating the dimension that they needed. And right now, once again, GRM, this is the third turtle of the game, stacking up on those defenses, the shields after everything that happened, and now they get priority in the mid lane, cracking open the jungle that they so much need. Not like they really needed it, but at the same time, the domination is starting to show.
As GRM here capitalizing so much. The jungle goal, the turtle goal, the turrets here, onto a 5k goal lead here. Even gonna go on towards this Edith, has to go back. You know, Edith's a front player, but suffering so much. Glorious Pathway coming in.
Oh my goodness, yes it is indeed. Earth Shatter to provide the knockup, but a little bit of a disruption there. They go in, lasting insanity. Frigid Glacier comes out, but in the back line, Ryu goes with the fracture, misses completely. A little preemptive use of it right there. Probably a misclick as well. Not able to aim the skill quite right, and not getting 16 mirrors in the process. Not even proccing the passive at this point around. But guess what? The damage eaters comes here. He and Hyodo. Looks like Ryu has done his job for the early game, Linville. Although he has only one kill, but look at Gluttony. Oh my goodness, he gets taken out like instantly. And at the same time, Hyodo gets the mega kill in the mid lane. This Sicilian has been scaling so beautifully well. 4-0-2, 8 minutes into the game. Mid lane tier 2 is coming out. Zen zones Waves at the same time. 16 mirrors will have to back off. And seems like Linville, this game, once again, looking like game number 1. A little bit of a total domination coming in from Team GRM.
And the GRM very strong here. And just look at the composition. The Nathan so explosive with damage. Zen knows exactly when to go in, zone off those enemies. And he just landed the perfect yo-yo combo on Aurora and X-Walk in that purple blow fight. It was just so good. And that was what I wanted to see. GRM pulling it off. Not getting punished also. Here, so tanky. Hilo just walking in and walking back. Goes in with Glorious Pathway.
Oh my goodness, man. He look at that. But nothing. The Frigid Glacier just zoned them away. The Curse of Blood is there. The Link is present, but not enough damage coming out because Waves hasn't scaled as he should. And 16 Mirrors used the Frigid Glacier quite early. Seems like the layering of the skills is not there, Linville.
Indeed, there's missed timings here. Are what is causing the main problem. You need to be able to trade off your teammates. 3 teammates down here, and the set of red team and GRM taking the Lord as well is suffering a lot. Mid lane turrets are also gone. There's only the inhibitors left for the side of Team Maverick. It is looking quite jovial, ladies and gentlemen. If Team Maverick doesn't show up with the combo here, I'm expecting 16 Mirrors and Vino land a perfect Curse of Blood and Frigid Glacier. If they don't do that, this might be the end of game, Kronos.
Yeah, I think you're right. You spelled it absolutely right. They need that Frigid Glacier combination along with that Curse of Blood. So the layering has to be on point. Yes, you have Waves that can provide Nibiru's Passion as well as the Bennet's Rage. Along with the last thing, James, he did
Goodness.
so bad.
That was just insane damage coming in from Hehe over there, but the mid lane third is going to be marching him forwards. Gluttony trying to zone over Zen. Not going to find it though. They still have the glorious pathway to go in. They just might do so after the Holy Blast locks in. No, doesn't go in.
Oh, he gets 2 in the Sangling Claws, and Zenny, look at that. He back line, but Vengeance keeps him alive at the same time, and there's Curse of Blood on towards the wrong targets. However, they get that Frigid Glacier. Ryu taken so low there, he gets taken down. No, he doesn't. That's actually Cuba that goes down to the back impact. They get the Frosty Wind on towards Hehe. He does have the Purify to get our arms away as well. The mid lane is cracked open, so is the bot. The top is the next in the process, and will they be able to get it as the damage dealers are present? But VNO comes in, and Zen there gets taken down by Waves, who was forced to flicker aggressively to make sure they get at least 1 kill on the board and something in the process while defending their base crystal.
And they getting the item spike there, very crucial, especially there's that little bit of itemization, just giving enough damage to finish off Zen there, who has been going off unpunished, survives with a sliver of HP, the high lows, and even Real there on the Nolan with the Curse of Blood survives. And that is a very difficult position. If you manage to get the shutdowns later on, it just might be enough for your team to get a comeback. In this case, though, although they do have the defense items and the damage enough, though this Beatrix does need that Malefic Roar to burst down the rest of these frontliners. But he trying to go in and get frozen there.
Linville, did you see that damage? You saw that back. In fact, he almost out the Faraga armor. Oh my goodness, I'm not sure how they're gonna go. This Sicilian is 6-0-4, 12 minutes into the game, Linville. He definitely should have his item power spike, and I don't even want to know what his stacks are. Let's be honest. What do you think, 300 at this point in time?
Maybe it might even be more here with how much shield has been stacking off. Hasn't gone down even once at 6-0-4. His positioning has been impeccable, especially to dodge those Frigid Glaciers, to dodge those Curse of Blood. Does have the flicker, but he saves it for the crucial moments. It hasn't gone punished even once for that. It's just been so good for Team GRM, especially in this case. Zen and sincerely Ken has been doing a wonderful job in zoning off the rest of the side of Team Maverick. Although he just going on the aggression with the entropy, bursting down anyone. You have the hero here bursting down the frontliners, and he again. So far, the side of Team GRM here looks unstoppable right now as the Lord is marching down in the mid lane here. Ryu also cleaning up whenever necessary. Although the rest of them have to be on time for the Lord here, sinking the waves a little bit onto the top and mid. Not cleared yet though. Bot CC there is then trying to go in and time for his waves. Rest of the team though here on Maverick trying to defend on top side. Go Vino!
Ooh, Vino got almost bursting, and that's the tank we're talking about. But look at that, glorious pathway comes out to cut them off entirely. The Lord is still quite healthy at the same time. The Gluttony goes with the Primal Rat, not enough as they take down Vino thanks to the entropy, but the Bat Impact comes in. Along with that, there's Bennet's Rage. They actually find enough time to save the base crystal, but they take down the right target, and that was Waves as the mid lane is left open. And at the same time, 16 Mirrors sees the writing on the wall, and guess what? That is Team Mavericks that's taken down by Team GRM Linville. What a way to end the game. These guys were utter domination once again. Seems like the top teams are performing while the others really need to pick up their socks right now.
Indeed, and GRM is so strong. I mean, it was from the mid to late game phase. It was too late completely. I have to say, unless Maverick pulled off a massive shutdown, it was looking over for them. Dude, like the positioning from Team GRM was just so good. Chef kiss, I'd even say. And there's scenarios where not even a single time Team Maverick could catch off these backliners. Nolan almost got punished, but even then, the entropy just was a get out of jail free card. Maverick didn't try to capitalize off of these rotations. Sure, the rest of the team GRM was in bot lane, mid lane. They didn't go for a split lane push. They didn't go for try to go for a team engage. Even if they did, the positioning of Team GRM was just so good, and just Zen there perfectly on time whenever necessary, as well as the high-low so tanky from the early game. You can't have anti-heal ready on these early game fights, and just the Curse of Blood not being available in the first turtle just caused GRM to snowball completely out of control, and that was just it, ladies and gentlemen. You could even write it off that Curse of Blood was the main key factor.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right. That Curse of Blood was the important factor, but they weren't able to execute it. And that is why, folks, you saw it's Team GRM, Linville singing praises of how they were positioning themselves, even providing the chef's kiss. Not something you see him do quite often. But at this point in time, folks, I think that was game, set, and a match indeed. That's game number 2. But guess what? I think somebody's waiting in the background, Linville. She's just waiting and waiting how the game is going.
No.
I'm pretty excited. I mean, I would say she was probably a little disappointed. The fact that the game kind of went the same way the game 1 did. But I think this was more entertaining. Don't you think so, Jenny?
Honestly, yeah, kind of disappointed, but it was at the same time it was entertaining. I really wish to see a clash, a next to next match, but then, well, it was like action repeated. The same thing happened all over. It was the size that changed, the blue and the red. But yeah, again, it was fun. The viewers, I was actually reading the comments, and some viewers were actually waiting for Team Maverick to do a comeback. They were like, okay, one mistake and they're going to make a comeback, but that didn't happen. Well, Team GRM really dominated.
They did dominate quite a lot. Yeah, or Linville, they did, didn't they? Like because of what you said. Say it.
Indeed, actions speak louder than words, my boy. But yeah, that was pretty much it. But I think it's quite what we expect though in the qualifiers there. All of these teams, it's going to be a huge difference in the terms of either experience gap or skill gap, which is quite eventual. You have a lot of different players out there. Sometimes some of the teams are even coming back to the game right here in being mobile 5v5 a recent thing. So that's quite obvious, but give it some time to cook, and these teams, they might just take a victory in the next tournament. You never know. You never know what happens.
Never know. This could be their eye opener. They might actually go back and be like, "Oh no, we gotta practice. We gotta take them down later in another tournament." And then,
this could be their anime arc.
Yeah, the motivation, the drive to make them do better. Well,
it is true. It is true. Definitely, it's just a matter of time. But you know what? If you really want to be a part of it as well, folks, don't forget. Got to download the game, which is there in the Play Store. After you download the game, look for the Discord of Battle Lines. The link is in the description. And once you get there, you ask the moderators, guess what? Hey, this tournament's still valid? You know what? The registration is still open. You got to make sure you register. And we want to see you not just battling it out, not just duking it out in the online phase, but we want to see you guys even in the LAN phase of the event. Maybe you get a chance to represent your state. Of course, you got the 8 Northeast states along with one other, which is the rest of India, which got 2 other slots. I got a whole video that's explained. That's there in the Battle Lines YouTube page as well. You just got to click in the YouTube and find that video. And the explanation is all there, how to register for the tournament. Everything is provided, folks. You got everything that's needed for you to make it an absolute blast. So right now, I think, Jenny, the next game should be quite exciting and spicy again.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. I don't want another action repeat. I want to see something, spicy, a match that take us on a roller coaster of emotions. Well, the next match is between Megatron and Slafukabi versus the Vikings. Wow, the name
Gonna be
sounds.
spicy.
Yeah, it does sound spicy, but how about the match? I guess we'll figure it out only when it starts. And viewers, do not go anywhere. Install the game. By the time we get ready and come back with the third match.
Who are you fighting for? No one would ever know your name. Who are you waiting for? No one would be there to save you. You would be alone when hope was gathering together with the sun. Even though your back's to the wall. One strike, go cut the murky mind. Your blade swing one time. When clouds have cleared, sunlight can shine. One strike, the fight is yours. Stop it with your sword. There's endless power once you start. Never lose your heart. Tonight is dark and the shadows are deep. Who can protect the world? A light of hope shines in the dark. One strike, I swear by people's side. Keep faith just one time. I'm gonna light up all the fires. One strike for my desire, a light up so bright.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. You guys are tuned in at Northeast Cup online qualifiers. As we all know that our beautiful casters have actually done the introductions. I'll just give you guys a recap. This is going to be the round one, day one qualifiers match. That means this is going to be a knockout. Both the teams will be battling it out for a position into the next round. They will be given one chance only. So let those team know that they will be making that position hold. Anyways, moving on. This is going to be the team coming in from Team Assam, and it is going to be Megatron versus Megatron Rafukabi versus Team Viking. And with me, I have Sasuke and Yumena. Hello, both of you. How are you guys?
Hello, PG, and that was quite a wonderful introduction. Thank you so much. I'm quite excited to see like how this game would actually go on.
And Yumena, are you excited?
I am really excited since both the teams have quite a name for themselves actually, and I think it can be a neck to neck competition. I mean, both the teams they want to secure this position to get onto the LAN event. I mean, it's going to be a chaos onto the battlefield. At least that is what I'm expecting right now. And there are going to be some new strategies maybe coming onto the table from both the teams. I think we'll just have to wait and see, Peachy, what's going to happen. And meanwhile, Sasuke, I mean, I think your network just disconnected. What do you have to say about both the teams on the table as of now? You know, both of them from Assam, that too.
Technically provided the information, but seems like my network was quite interesting. But yeah, I would like to recap. Like it's going to be an exciting match because since both the teams are from Assam, so like both the teams would be likely relying, like they would be knowing how well each of the players would be playing because since both of the teams are from the same states, they might have gone multiple they might have battled multiple times in rank in or some other tournaments. But let's go into the battle phase. I am too excited, like how well these two teams will actually draft. We'll be seeing some amazing bans, or will it be just some meta bans?
Hold on your horses, Sasuke. Before we jump onto the draft, I have to remind you guys that this is going to be a qualifiers round, and there will be 8 states that will be battling it out. And from that 8 states, there will be one teams will be representing each of their state, and the other 2 spots are for the other states. That means this is for the rest of India. With that, this is the information for the Northeast Cup online. This is going to be Sasuke and Yumena taking away the game. Let's jump into the draft right away.
Well. Jumping on to the draft phase, Sasuke, we see right off the bat the Sandman getting banned off. I mean, quite a meta ban coming in from side of Vikings right here. I mean, it's really viable. We do not have to say a lot about that, but let's just go ahead and first talk about both the teams. I mean, we are very well versed with Team Lafu Kabi as of now. They have been climbing onto the borders of, the nation right now. They are being known by a lot of tournaments as well. So, what do you think? The strategy from Lafu Kabi is going to come. Are they going to stick to their game strategy that they have been showing us in the past tournaments, or do you think they have something new up their sleeves right now?
Matter has changed since a long back, so I'm hoping like they might have something sneaky in their hands because the old sneaky draft won't come in handy. Just in case it would come 1 or 2 rounds, but not against a good teams. And this time both the teams are looking really good because the bans, we can see there is the Khalid ban along with the Valentina, so quite a viable options for both of the teams though, along with Lafukabi banning out that Ruby along with the chip. So we know like these heroes, they bring out a huge team fight asset, the potential. Talking about the chip, the ultimate is quite a nuisance. Bringing out the early game,
Well, I do quite agree with you right there. I mean, despite the changes and the cooldown changes that he has received on his skill set, he still is pretty annoying. He can provide that map control to your team by teleporting himself and bringing along his team. For that matter of fact, meanwhile, Suyu getting banned right off the bat. I mean, we do know pretty strong contender both into the EXP lane and jungle position coming in. Meanwhile, Viking going and locking on that Vixana right off the bat. I mean, despite the X board, the Ling and the Hayabusa is still open onto the table, and that gives Lycan a free space to go ahead and secure the jungler for their team. Meanwhile, you still have the Aurora open, you still do have the Lilia open. These are the kind of mages that are kind of popping off right now into the mid lane, Sasuke, and you do not want to have to deal with them onto the enemy side. Meanwhile, you still have the potential of picking up the Carmilla right off the bat, unless you have something other than that up on your sleeve. But what do you have to say about this Vixana coming in as the first pick despite both the junglers being open onto the table, Sasuke?
Hmm? Oh, seeing a lot of options here, Vexana might be a good to go option since we never know what they have plans. But look at that, Camila already being picked off, and I do think like they could probably go with an assassin. That could be a Hayabusa or maybe a Julian because things are already looking well for them since they got the Carmela along with them. They got the Vexana though.
Well, I do quite agree with you right there. They are going to go ahead and secure that Carmilla. We do know how annoying she is, especially onto that lane gangs, onto the team fight. The potential is really high. You do have the Eternal Guard as well for the backup coming in with Yuri on the Vexana right here. Meanwhile, you still do have a lot of options open onto the table. I mean, Team Lafukabi can go ahead and secure that Xborg unless they are sending Mina onto the EXP lane right there. I mean, both the teams looking quite strong as of now. You have the Ling, you have the either to soak up the damage to be the front line for your team. They are taking their time into thinking what they want next. Maybe a Claude could be a really good option right off the bat at if you are not going to go ahead with that. But a CC pick coming in, oh, I think that's a Harith for the gold lane, which Quiet tells us that Mina could be onto the EXP lane right there, Sasuke.
Those are some nice speculations coming in from you, Yumenam. And technically speaking, that Harith might be quite, too early pick because there is still a min star along with some potential counter picks available for Team Blue to just grab it. But moving on to the second phase of the draft, we can already see like the 4 years which was available for either of the teams to pick it for the first phase of the draft is now getting banned by Lafu Kabi. Like they are technically leaving no chances like that.
I do agree. I mean, it was quite open onto the table. I mean, you do not want to deal with the Fovius along with the Vixana and a Carmilla onto your team. That's a quite smart ban coming in from the side of Team Lafukabi. You still have the option to go ahead and ban off the Lunox. It can be quite a menace if Team Lafukabi is going to go ahead and pick those heavy frontliners coming in for their team. But meanwhile, the Brody getting off banned off the table right here. I mean, a really good answer coming in for those tanky team comps, since the early game potential that Brody has is well stronger compared to other goal laners in the current meta. But I think the Ixia is also popping off lately. I mean, not a lot of people um do know how to use it in a very strategic manner. But you still have the Claude open, but they are going to go ahead and ban that Yu Zhong for Vikings right there. Maybe they have done some research onto each other. It could be a respect ban coming in, Sasuke, for all we know.
Mhm. Yeah, that could be quite a case, but since Lafukabi have already picked down the Harith in the gold lane, so I'm quite not sure. Like, why would you ban out that Brody? I mean, you could probably ban out a mage or maybe a EXP lane though. But looking at the draft, we can see like the final ban coming in from Team Blue will be that CC ban. I mean, that was quite some mind games being played from Lafukabi since they showed down that CC and picked down that Harith within an instant. So technically speaking, that was some quite mind games being played off.
Where there is light,
Well, that is right. And as we are continuing on to the drafting phase, I just want the viewers to ask what team are they supporting as of now, because the drafts coming in from both the teams are looking quite strong. I mean, I'm kind of leaning more towards Lafokabi because they right off the bat went ahead and picked that Luoi. It's going to be really, really strong into the mid lane as well as onto the team fights. The diversion plays are going to be really important in this match, Sasuke. I mean, if you want to have those successful ganks, meanwhile, we did forget about the Mincy Thar right there, Sasuke. Arcane kind of hovering over it onto for the goal lane. I mean, quite a good answer for the Harith, in my opinion, if you ask me. But once you have baited the King's Calling, it can be a little difficult to control that Harith in aspects of damage that is going to come out from him once he manages to get his Holy Crystal onto the table, Sasuke.
Well, Midstar quite be a good answer pick for the Harith, but again, inside the King's Calling, like the whole enemy team would be just marching down and focusing on that Harith. So I mean that could be a good chance for Zozo to use his yin yang reaction and provide the insane amount of CC. Along with that, if you pair up with the knockup coming in from Edith Bell, that would be just a cherry on top for Team Lafukabi. And speaking of, the final pick for themselves would be the Akai. So in terms of CC, along with the damage, Lafukabi definitely have an upper hand. But Team VV, they have the Carmilla. So that particular hero, I would like to highlight, like it is a table turning hero. Like the Curse of Blade binding down 4 to 5 enemy heroes, and the damage being popped out from the team is just too insane.
I agree with you. I mean, the tables could turn if Gosu General, 24 Gosu General, manages to land the Curse of Blood on point, at least onto 3 people. But you do have 2 mobile heroes coming onto your side. You have the Harry with the Chrono dashes. You have the dashes coming onto the link. It could be quite difficult to, knock them down with the Curse of Blood. But we'll have to wait and see. Meanwhile, the Akai being picked off by K right there. I mean, a really good answer, to disrupt the team fights that is going to come in from the side of Team Vikings right here. Argus pick really interesting in my opinion, along with the Inspire. It's going to be quite, dangerous, and it could hurt onto the late game if you're not able to, shut that down. But before we get onto the draft and before we jump into the Land of Dawn, guys, please do download the game from the Play Store as of now. But Sasuke, let's just get onto the match right now.
Definitely, since the teams have already been jumping down to the Land of Dawn, this time to the blue side, it will be Team Vikings taking on Lafukabi on the red side. This is the Northeast Championship Cup. And definitely, if you want to join this championship, the registrations are still open, and definitely you need to download the Mobile Legends 5v5, which is available on the Play Stores. And moving on to the moving on to the game, we can see like pre-standard rotations. Wait a second, Akai with that Zuzu looking down, they are just chunking down that minion away from Hayabusa.
They are, getting that creep off of the table for Hayabusa. I mean, really smart play coming in from Lafukabi. Meanwhile, Arcane being poked down by Mina right there. I mean, they are trying to get some pokes onto their table. Look at that, Sasuke.
Well, that is quite a nice hook being popped out from Insta. He might be in some trouble, but that is a disengage. I mean, a technical good rotation along with Edith, along with that Kai, and you have a mage. Tempest of Blade being used, and that will be the first blood being popped out. Vexana just melting down. Damage was just insane, but look at that. Ling is looking for more, and he might be in some trouble because he went too deep just to secure a kill, but as of now, he'll be just disengaging in a disciplined manner.
I do agree. I mean, it was his time to get the kill if he did manage to get it onto the Minsithara right there, because once he's level 4, it can be quite difficult for Ling, to be present onto the team fights, along with the probability of the King's Calling being in the team ganks. Meanwhile, really nice rotation coming in, especially from K right there. I mean, just chopping off the jungle coming in for Mr. Diru right there, and Mina already starting the turtle for his jungler. I mean, really nice map presence, a lot of synergy we are, quite seeing onto the table. I mean, this is what we like to see, Sasuke.
Definitely, but here is the engage. Guy might be in some trouble that. Oh, wait a minute, but this time it will be the battle of retribution being won by Link. There is Tempest of Blade, and this time he will be securing a kill. Mia securing a kill.
Oh.
Into that Winstar, and that is the ultimate being popped up from Luoi, securing a killing spree with that yin yang overturn, dealing some insane amount of damage in just 2 minutes of the timer.
I agree. The tank on the side of Team Lapukabi already 4. Meanwhile, the mage on the side of Viking still struggling on to level 3, just now able to reach level 4. I mean, the farm difference is showing quite a bit. The early game advantage that Ling was able to have on his table is actually going to help him quite a lot to snowball against that Hayabusa. I mean, the only way you can stop an Hayabusa is, not letting him farm. And I think Lapukabi is doing a really great job at doing that. And right now, Luke Cage is being a menace into the jungle of Hayabusa. He's just roaming around like it's his own place. It's being little difficult for 24 Gosu General to, do give that initiation, because what are you going to do? You have the disruption potential coming in with the ultimate, but look at Junior Fighter right there. He wants to poke down the Link, but it is quite difficult. Ooh, the damage coming in from Yin Yang reaction right there, Sasuke.
Definitely already been dealing ton amount of damage. I mean, barely it's just 4 minutes to the game, and Luoi definitely dealing some damage. I mean, I really want to look out the itemization she built, because talking about the gold lead, they are technically in 4K gold lead, and with that itemization, she's already made that poke. And so definitely the engage is, but wait a minute, Hayabusa using the quad shadows in the top lane. It will be Akai using his heavy spins or happy spins, whatever the name is, and scoring the kill, but look like Arthos will be the next one to join down the in the death zone though. But the aggressions coming in from Lapukabi is just no joke. That tower is almost taken down.
And quite an important pick off. Two of the important members picked off before the objective spawns. I mean, Lafu Kabi right here taking the whole map control. Meanwhile, Mina in a really serious position, but will not be taken down because the damage is not enough. This man is not farmed up, Sasuke. What are you going to do if you're choked down like that? All the objectives, the top tier tower is also taken down by the side of Team Lapu Kabi. I mean, they are choking them down, and Lycan already onto the blue buff of Hayabusa. He's not even able to get his jungle. Look at the diversion coming in, Sasuke.
Definitely, though, that Akai is providing some definitely good visions along with some insane setups. No, what they actually did in the early game is to nullify the objectives, the farm from Hayabusa. Oh, wait a minute, that is the curse of blood being popped up from Carmilla, but there is the backfire. The yin yang overturn damage is already dead, and that will be Yuri going down, but again, it is going to be a double kill for that Louis, because the damage over to that Argus is already done. That is the Tempest of Blade. Killing spree already being secured. Only the final members from Lafukabi remains, and that will be the Minstar joining the party a bit later. But this time Lafukabi showing disciplined game, and will be recalling, because they secure the kills, they won the team fight, they don't want to overdo it.
I do agree. I mean, they do know their potential. They are not overextending. They are not taking fights that they know they are not capable of. Ooh! The circle coming in from K right there. Mega kill on that Vixana. She is not able to stand under her tower as well. I mean, the gap is showing on Sasuke. The mid-tier tower going down onto the hands of Lafukabi right here.
In a curse of blood being used, this time connecting 4 members of Lafukabi, but there is no potential damage from Team Vikings at this point. Again, ultimate being used away from Louis, and I don't think, oh, that is quite a nice ultimate. Mista might be in some trouble, being forced out. There is the yin yang overturn. The damage is already dealt, and Ling will be the one clearing down that kills, man.
Man, oh man, look at the domination coming in already. Mr. Diru forced to retreat back, and the Eternal Guard being used on to get quiet, a risky position coming in. I mean, he wanted to get Yuri off from under that tower. Meanwhile, unstoppable onto the top lane. I mean, what is going on? There's skirmish happening all over. I mean, you are so farmed up. 26,000 gold onto the side of Team Lafu Kabi right here, Sasuke. I mean, they have farmed up. The third turtle is up. I'm not really sure if they're going to trade it for, the tier 1 Lord. No, looks like they are going to be taking it. And the diversion play yet again coming in. I mean, this is the kind of play that I was talking about. Look at that damage coming in from Zozo. Arcane not even able to sustain even one yin yang reaction from Lue at this point.
Well, the magic damage coming in from Low is no joke, and that yin yang reaction, the early mage domination she dealt to the enemy team is on point. And definitely, if Vikings want to turn out this game, they need to split out the sections. But Vexana will be the one falling down because there is the two ultimate being popped up. Definitely, Link. Tempest of Blade will be the first initiation, and the damage from this assassin, the Ball Walker, the nimble assassin, is no joke because they technically have the 11k gold lead. So I'm quite sure, like most of the heroes, they are already made or on to the last item though.
I do quite agree, and they are looking quite strong right now. I mean, they have been pushed down, all the towers being pushed. Meanwhile, the mid tier will be saved by the grace of that. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, that is the ultimate being popped up from Argus, and he'll be just going down. Tempest of Blade being used in a defensive way, but wait a minute. He managed to, bait down that King's Calling. A huge resources are pulled away from Vikings in a dire situation since the minions is already marching down towards the enemy doors from the mid lane along with the bottom lane though.
And it
Oh,
gets
that is
great
the
at this.
epic things along with the yin yang reaction, double kills being secured, but in the process, Akai will be the one going down, but this time the damage is already dealt. Zaman Poof being used, marking down the tower. This time he'll be zoning off the Vexana, and it will be the Luoi securing down a kill pickup. Beautiful flicker. Knockup being used from Edith, and primal rat being forced
Are
away.
we
That
going to see the crystal being taken down before the Lord spawns, Sasuke? Man, that was a one-sided match coming in from Team Lafu. I mean, they dominated from the early game, choked down the Hayabusa, did not let him farm, took away all of his jungle potential. He was not able to, level up as fast compared to Lycan right there. Meanwhile, K doing a really good job along with the Louis. The diversion plays coming in from both of them really on point. I mean, they managed to get the early snowball onto Lycan, and Lycan, did a really good job holding on to it. And Team Viking right here kind of falling off onto draft as well, in my opinion, Sasuke, because the Argus pick, I mean, I'm not really sure what that was going to do for you onto the gold lane. The Minsitar could have been onto the gold lane, could have been much better for them, in my opinion, but it is what it is right now. It just was purely one-sided. They were not able to capitalize on their resources. They had the team fight potential, they had the Carmilla, they had the Eternal Guard, they had the Vexana, they had the damage, but they were just choked down early on from the start that they were not even able to get that spike onto their side. What are you going to do in a matter like that, Sasuke?
technically speaking, like we can assure that Argus was quite a bad pick and it was quite a questionable pick for the side of Vikings. And I was hoping that Minstar would be laning in the gold lane because the zoning ability he has to zone down the Harith in the gold lane and to shut down or to cut off his farm was just on point. But this time they tried to work it off in the XP lane against an Edith, and this time that doesn't turn well. And what happened wrong for the team Vikings was the early aggression from team Lafukabi and the micro plays, where they just invaded the early jungle for the Hayabusa, making sure they cut off the Hyper's farm. And Vexana, she's quite a early to mid game mage. The damage source is on point, but what would you do because that is only the Carmilla, and technically you only have the first kill or maybe a stun in the early stage of the game. And with that, definitely in the early game they dominated, and they keep on those power spikes up to the mid game, and they know like they might fall short of damage in the late game since the enemy has the Argus along with the Minsta. So once these heroes gets their items, the Trinity build for both of the heroes and the team fight oriented heroes, they would be lacking short in the late game. So that's what they did. They shut off the enemy in the early game and they dominated the whole game to the mid game and definitely won the game in the early phases of the game itself.
I mean, Team Viking was kind of losing their patience as well, coming from the mid game, because we did see them not retreating back when Lafukabi was having those initiations. I mean, Kay was going inside the tower and bringing Vixana out. I mean, what are you going to do in that situation? But unfortunately, congratulations to Team Lafukabi, and I think that is going to be it for Vikings right here. But we have Peachy back onto the deck. Peachy, what do you have to say about that game coming in from both Viking and Lafukabi? A clear one side domination.
Hello, everyone. Yes, I am back, and that was definitely a one-sided game. What an aggression coming in! What a domination coming in from Megatron Lafukabi this time. They, even though they picked up a Harith, they made, they had the Mincetar as well for that Harith to counter, and yet. Time by time, they already shut down that Mincetar. A score of 0-5-0. I noticed that, and that was really, really bad. Looks like they will be picking up the victory for this match, and this would be the match number 3. And shortly, we will be proceeding towards the match number 4. Are you excited, guys?
Well, I am quite excited because if these are the kind of matches that we have on the table, I think it's going to be really interesting for us and as well as the viewers. And please do let us know what you viewers think about the teams coming up in this tournament as of now, and who is your favorite team along with your favorite state and who are you supporting. Meanwhile, do not forget to download the MOBA 5v5 from the Google Store as well. But right now, Sasuke, what are your opinions on?
If you have any questions, you can comment down. Like, if you wanna participate in the tournament or any question, guys.
Fighting for no one would ever know your name. Who were you waiting for? No one would be there to save you.
So, guys, the fourth matches will be starting in like 10 to 15 minutes. So let's wait, guys. The fourth match is gonna start at 9 p.m. Okay.
Tonight is dark and the shadows are deep. Who can protect the world? A light of hope shines in the dark. One strike, I swear by people's side. Keep faith just one time. I'm gonna light up all the fire. One strike for my desire, a light up so bright. Each of the power in my heart, I'll defend the world. Who are you fighting for? No one would ever know your name. Who are you waiting for? No one would be there to save you. You would be alone when hope was gathering together with the sun. Even though your back's to the wall. One strike, go cut the murky mind. Your blade swing one time. When clouds have cleared, sunlight can shine. One strike, the fight is yours. Now fill with your sword. There's
Well, as the night is still young, ladies and gentlemen, we are back again into the world of Northeast Championship Cup. Well, the team will be fighting off to redeem themselves in this ultimate showdown, and this is the round one, day one. The knockout series has already begun as we jumped into the teams, which will be Mapari Esports on the blue sides taking on Meow Meow Gang on the right sides, and I'm the host Saskia and the casters. From joining me on the casters decks, the casters will be Jinx along with Peachy.
So, hello everyone, and welcome back. We are proceeding ahead with the match for as Sasuke has represented those match to you guys that Mapari Esports are on the blue side, and we have Meow Meow Gang on the red side. And let me remind you guys, these teams will be representing the state Manipur. And with that, Jinx, what are your thoughts about this match? You know, we all have seen Meow Meow Gang actually climbing up those leader spot into the Indian server. Don't you think so, Jinx?
That is true. I mean, I've been seeing them. I mean, in a lot of tournaments, they're really trying hard, and I feel like it's an amazing team right now. I don't know much about Mapari exports, but I have to say, Meow Gang, right? I wanted to cast for them. I want to see that gameplay, and especially since it's the eliminators, whoever loses this match is out of the tournament, right? So they need to put up their best foot forward. I think we're ready to go into the draft phase here, Peachy. I want to see those teams. I want to see what they pick up, and I want to see that gameplay.
Definitely, Jinx. This is going to be another exciting match. You know, into the last game, we saw how Team Megatron Lafuka, we were dominating. I want to see that again, or maybe I want to see some kind of gameplay that they are giving each other a neck to neck competition. Sasuke.
You know, quite a handling since you girls know how the teams play. So, is there any counter drafts or any particular heroes which you are expecting for Team Meow Meow Gangs to pick up, or maybe a unique draft or a unique set of heroes or some respect span you would like to speak of before we proceed to the draft?
I'm not sure. I mean, like I said, right, I haven't casted for Meow Meow Gang, but I think we're gonna see a lot of meta picks, right? You don't want to be giving up those meta picks to your opponent. You want to be picking up the Link. You want to pick up the Hayabusa, and you definitely want to not give that Alice up to anyone. Maybe we're gonna see a Harith in gold lane. I do want to see an equal match on both sides. I want to see some, fights. I want to see some engagement. I want this match to be hyped because this is day number one of Northeast tournament. So I'm pretty excited. I want to see those teams give it their all.
Well, that is true, and with that, we'll be just jumping off right into the draft because it seems like both of the casters, along with the viewers, are just too excited to see what the drafts would be because it is going to be an exciting, thrilling match between Napali Esports, not esports but exports, or maybe they just we did an autocorrection, but we'll be taking off Meow Meow Gang and we'll be joining by two lovely ladies. So
Thank you, Sasuke, for that lovely introduction. And ladies and gentlemen, we are back into the drop. Look at that. The banning is already on. You know, the as you mentioned, the meta bans are. We will be seeing some meta bans, Jinx. Yes, we are seeing those kind of bans in this match as well. The link pickoff is there. The Phobius pickoff has been placed into the ban section. This is looking strong. Don't you think so, Jinx?
That is true. I'm not sure about the Paquito ban here. Maybe it was a respect ban for the side of Team Meow Meow Gang. But other than that, the link gets banned out. The Fovias get banned out. I might see a Hayabusa ban coming in here, but they're going to be banning that Soyu, the new fighter in the Land of Dawn. So, two bans from both sides. Not exactly following the meta right now, but it seems like a bit of a respect ban, especially that Paquito.
I do agree with you, Jinx. I still feel that that is a respect ban coming in. But let's just see the next band. Looks like a Valentina will be picked off. Eden, who is the mates player for the side of team Meow Meow Gang, he actually prioritized these kind of utility heroes, where he picks up the Aurora or maybe the Valentina. I think I have to say that his favorite is Valentina. So yes, this is another respect band jumping in, but no time wasted. Team Meow Meow Gang also bans up the Yin. I am skeptical about that ban, Jinx.
That is true. I mean, not sure why you would want to be banning out the yin unless it's another respect ban. But we're not seeing, we're going to see a Beldrick get picked up the first time around for Mapari exports here and a Vexana in response from Mia Mia Gang. They have prioritized that mage pick here. We might see an Aurora come up, from the side of Team Mapari here in the next phase of the draft. Maybe they want to keep it up for the after the second, bans are done, because the mage has already been picked up, right? Meanwhile, Ruby gets picked up
Mhm.
as well. This was something I've been noticing, Peachy. Either you ban out the meta or you pick the meta, and this is, I mean,
Uh-huh.
it looks like the side of Team Mio Mio Gang has picked up the meta.
Definitely, they want to go in strong, and since this meta actually prioritize those fighters, those mages, and those assassins, some of the mages who have already been placed onto the banning section, they are just picking up those heroes. And I have to say that coming back to your point, how the Aurora is still open. Team Mapari Esports, they still have a chance to pick it up. But looks like they go in with a Sicilian and a Yuzhong, pretty conventional picks coming in. I have to mention Jinx because these are, as we all know, Sicilian got that late game damage. With the stacks that he would be having and the bad feast, he would be actually doing so much damage. But now Team Meow Meow Esports have to answer back that EXP laner that they picked a Yuzhong. Since the Phobias is already placed into the ban section, do you think that they would be picking up an Edith?
Edith is open and the Khalid is open as well. We need to wait and see what they pick up as a response for this Yuzong. I would like to see a CC as well. It's a good hero, right? She can dash in, she can dash out, she can deal a lot of damage with those yo-yos. So I want to see what they pick up in that EXP. Meanwhile, second phase of the bans, Ilksha gets banned out. Also, the Faramis and the Minsita. A lot of unconventional bans here, Peachy. We don't usually see this right now because look at that. The Alice is open, the Harith is open. A lot of heroes are open right now, but they're going to be banning out the Fanny as well. What do you think about the ban so far? It looks very, very different from what we usually see.
Definitely, Jinx. This actually opens up for a lot of heroes to be picked up. Yet again, those respect bans. This is what it makes the game interesting. Both the teams have done their homework. They're just making sure to pick each other's strengths and placing it in the ban section. That means they are just choking down those heroes so that they won't be having this domination effect onto the land of Dawn. On the other hand, okay, Joseph picking up that YSS as well as a Leo mod EXP. I was not expecting a Leo mod to be there for a counter for the Yuzhong. What will happen, Jinx?
I don't think he is a counter to the Yuzhong, right? The Yuzhong can just petrify you, steal your
Uh-huh.
HP, put it on himself, and then he's just going to dominate. I'm not sure about the Leo mode pick. The Khalid was open, the Alice was open. You could have picked up a CC, you could have picked up a lot of heroes. Leo mode, I think I would expect to see him in the jungle. You want that early snowball with Leo mode, right? Meanwhile, Aemon, as well as a Meow pick from the side of Mapari exports here. Mia is good, but do you really want to be playing her in the tournament, especially when you have a chip on the opposite side?
Oh, that is a question that Mia has to answer because Mia has a opponent that we all know is Chip. Chip, as we all know, he can actually bring in the 1v5 situation, and the Chip's job is to actually choke down that goal laner as much as possible because we all know how scary Mia gets into the late game. I'm pretty much sure about Meow Meow Gang. They have gotten their priority state. They picked up a very mid game to the late game heroes to actually shut down Team Mapari East Exports already. But Mapari Exports, they do have strong heroes as well. They have the Belleric, they have the Mia, they have Amon as well. Let's just see what will happen, Jinx. And with that, we are already into the land of dawn. And also, if you guys want to play this game, do check out the description box. We have the link to Mobile Legends 5v5. Do download, do come in. And I have to remind you guys that the registrations for Northeast Cup online is still up. So do make sure you're registering your teams. And there we go, Jinx.
That is true, guys. Register up. Do share the stream and share the tournament as well. Meanwhile, though, the Amon gets that purple buff and now he's gonna rotate towards the little Pokemon in the river. Vexana is giving a little bit of vision as well. Looking at the both sides of the draft right now, I find the side of Team Miyama Gang definitely much more dominant. But this is something different, right? I thought Ruby was gonna go gold lane, but Leomord is in the gold lane here.
Oh, this is kind of some strong matchup that is coming in, but there is some skirmish going on near that Letho, but looks like the Letho will be secured by the Amon. On the other hand, the aggression coming in from Leo Mod, that is a lot, I have to say, Jinx.
That is true. He's sort of freezing the lane. He's not letting Mia get that farm and invade coming in here. Chip wants to do a bit of poking. That Belric has already lost a lot of HP. He's going to dive in and first blood to Yusun Shin and they get that kill on Cecilion as well. And Cherry on top, they get the red buff.
Yo guys, I don't know what kind of pick is this, and the ban was pretty bad by the blue team. Even though like the red team already picked their hyper, which is Yushinsen, the red team still banned Fanny. I don't know what reason, for what reason. And the Belleric first pick, I don't know. I don't know about the Belleric first pick, guys.
Their team is completely
But
dominating.
draft, the red team is like pretty good.
And then you have the
The
blue
blue
team
team
who's
draft, I
just
don't know.
completely
It
snowballing
was
the draft
like
though. In a one lane,
very messed up draft.
Yusun getting caught out.
I don't know what they were thinking.
Situation here. He manages to get it though.
Alright.
Absolutely one of the ice stealing hands on him. It's going to go over the Vexana here.
Alright.
Yusun
Well, that was a pretty bad move by the Yuzong.
panicking here, but it's too much of a move, I guess.
What do you think, guys? Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win, guys?
Dragon form, but that was not the case. He tried to get the bloody Vexana. Very unfortunate turn of events from the side of Team Mapari Exports already, but looks like the shortcut has been placed onto the land of dawn, and they are trying to get those damage up onto those heroes, but the Belleric is not being allowed to go near the river area. Look at that. The turtle already picked up from the side of Team Meow Meow Gang. The aggression, that early aggression is much needed from Team.
अंडा दूध ब्रेड कौन लेके आएगा तेरा बाप ए बाप पे मत जा
Yuzong, right? He lost his life just in time when the turtle was coming up. Yuzong is the one who's supposed to be doing the diving. He's supposed to be engaging in those team fights first because Belric comes back later, with those stuns. Meanwhile, though, in bottom lane, he gets caught out once again, does manage to retreat there. I would recall you don't want to be messing with a fed Leomord in bottom lane here. Did Mia use up? Okay, sorry, that was Amon. Sorry, my bad.
Okay, looks like the Phantom Steed has already placed into the Land of Dawn. She is there with the Inspire. She's just dealing damage, but to no luck, she backs off right now. Looks like there is some vision provided from the Yishansin's ult, but will this be enough? Because look at them, they are already just farming up. They are just being in that. Looks like the Wrath of Dryad being used as well. There is some taunt coming in, but not enough. YS is jumping in. He's trying to soak up so much of the turret damage, and yet they able to pick up a Mia into the bot lane.
They did. YSS was literally in that turret, taking that damage and getting that kill as well. He did He just escaped with the sliver of HP. Amon though right now searching for him. Good sidestep from YSS there. 3-man
Oh,
ultimate from Vexana in bottom lane, but they do not force that turret or force that team fight. They just might though right now because Chip is here.
oh, Chip is definitely here. He still has a shortcut. Looks like there is some skirmish into the bot lane. Leomord with the Phantom Steed goes in, and Amon unfortunately gets pulled down. On the other hand, the Chip is still there, soaking up so much turret damage. It looks like another pick off. It will be a double kill into the hands of Leomord, but he will be shut down by that Cecilian as well.
So that's true. A 5-man rotation towards that bottom lane, especially when you have a Chip on your team, you have no clue who's going to be teleporting light into those team fights, right? And that's what the side of team Mio gang, they're using it to their advantage. I mean, letting that Leomord get fed. Mia and Belric,
Mhm.
they are having a bad day in the land of Dawn, aren't they? Every bush that Belric goes into, he gets like a smack dab of damage right on his face.
Definitely is Jinx. He's like a paper right now, talking about the Bellerin. He's trying to provide the ultimate. He's trying to go in, but just not enough because there is this Chip, there is this Leo mode who's sustaining a lot, who is just jumping in. And once your heroes are low, that's where the passive of Leo mode helps. And that is where Leo mode is getting farmed up as well. On the other hand, the neutral objectives are being being taken a lot by the side of Team Meow Meow Gang. They are just prioritizing, but Leo more. He tries to get it, but looks like the horsey will be missed. On the other hand, looks like Vexana will be picked off in a very bad position.
That is true. Did you see? I mean, Belric was using it on no one. Good thing Amon got that kill on Rexana there. He does seem to have a bit of damage. They're going to be engaging on that Limod, but he escapes. Cecilia not doing the damage that you want him to be
Mhm.
doing right now. Meanwhile, top lane has been taken out by the Ruby. She is but Leomord, though, right in the top lane, he uses his ultimate a bit too early. Probably he thought Long was going to fight him, but that did not happen. Amin going alone have that bit of invisibility, use of the diving right in, and he
Oh.
ultimate there. GG.
What a ultimate coming in. Looks like Vexana will be able to give a knock up. The Eternal Guard is still there, but Yu Zhong is in trouble. A double kill into the hands of Vexana, but a shutdown. Joseph has been definitely shut down into the hands of Sicilian, but a triple kill coming in from Eden. What a game coming. What a show of skills coming in.
That is true. I mean, I was so surprised. I just saw Yuzong like disappear from the map, and I was like, "What just happened?" Then I realized that he went to support his team in that bottom
Uh-huh.
lane, but it was like a reverse gank, right? I mean, did not work out. As soon as he went there, he got deleted instantly because that damage from Vexana, she's dealing a lot of damage, and Cecilion is just not able to keep up. They are managing to hold on their turrets for now, but for how
Mm-hmm.
long, right? You want to wait until the Sicilian farms up. You want that Mia to farm up, but the absolute, domination coming in from Myanmar gang. Look at that. They completely, they're dominating the map right now. They're going to be going on the Yuzong, but he does use his ultimate to recall. Do you think there was a bit of, just he popped his ultimate way too fast?
Oh, he did. He tried to escape. He was getting some passive onto himself, but unfortunately, that was just not enough. Another turret down. Meow Meow Gang. Right now, they have picked up 4 of the turrets. And on the other side as well, they picked up 2 turrets. This is just not look. This is actually looking quite one-sided. But Team Mapari Exports, they still have a chance to fight it back because we are into the mid game right now. The Vexana power spike is already there. The Sicilian is yet to be have his power spike, but looks like the Mountain Shaker will be used along with the shortcut coming in into the mid lane. The Eternal Guard will be there as well, but is it enough to the Leomord jumping in with the Phantom Steed, he manages to get up a kill, and that is 3-man down from the side of Team Mapari Exports.
Oh, that was a bad time to be losing a team fight, especially since the Lord is up. Mia trying her best to split push, but she's going to get caught out here. Look at that chip coming in from the back, Ruby coming in from the front. How far can you run with that ultimate of yours? Not very far because Mia is going to die right in that turret, and a free Lord to the side of Mio gang here. It's not looking good for Mapari exports. They might just get exported out of this tournament.
Oh, definitely, Jinx, because they are losing right now. They need to step up. On the other hand, Yuzhong going in with the Black Dragon from the Eternal Guard will be doing its knock up onto the one man, but Eden with the mega kill right there. The Breath of Dread will be there, knock, giving the taunt to the two people, but they are so tanky enough to tank all those taunts. They are tanky enough to get all soak up all the damage. They have the Ruby, they have the chip as well. They are soaking up so much, Jinx.
They are Lord marching down mid lane turret. They get that mid lane inhibitor as well. They want more blood though. Going into that Mia chip uses up his winter crown. But I would be retreating here. It looks like a big skirmish. We might see a wipe out here, Peachy.
Oh, definitely, but it was a four-man knockoff coming in. Looks like the Meow Meow gang have secured a spot in this Northeast Cup online qualifiers. They have played so well. Look at those aggression and the domination. Yet again, we are seeing those kind of matches, Jinx.
That is true, completely one-sided, right, from the side of Team Meow Gang. Belric's ultimate, he was always popping them out. At the end, right, when this whole team is dead, you see his ultimate come up. Was not working out. Amon did have a bit of damage, but sadly, Mia as well as Cecilion did not work out for them. They were dealing basically nothing. Um, Mainly because Bellic was not really in the team fights. He was babysitting Mia. Did not work out, especially those chip ultimates coming in. They were right on point. He was always in the face of Mapari gang. I mean Mapari exports here.
Definitely, Jinx. And Sasuke, what are your thoughts about these matches? Look at the domination from Meow Meow gang.
So that was quite a wonderful match, and I was quietly and sneakily vouching for Mapari gangs because the draft seems to be a comfort draft instead of going for a meta picks. How people used to go for a meta picks. Yeah, this hero is meta. Instead, even if you don't know, let's pick it because it's gonna eventually work out for us. And meanwhile, Mapari Esports, they were strong in and confident while picking down their comfort picks. That was the Peleric instead of a chip. And quite surprisingly, there was a Mia on the gold lane which caught me off guard, and technically speaking it didn't work that well, but again the execution was lacking a bit here and there from Mapari Esports, and that what actually went wrong for them. But this time seems like Meow Meow Gang will be the one taking down that victory with an absolutely amazing team fight.
True, I have to agree with you there. Mia pick did not work out. I was hoping to maybe see the Sicilian in the gold lane. They could have maybe picked up an Aurora in the mid lane, provide a bit amount of CC, a wombo combo with Belric. But they got completely dominated. Sad to see they are out of the tournament, but congratulations to Mia gang here. They go on to the next round.
Definitely. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the Northeast Cup Championship. The registrations are still open. And if you guys have a team, so register it right away and bring your team because it's going to be some exciting matches more. And to participate into the tournament, you definitely need to download the game. That is the Mobile Legends 5v5, which is available on the Play Stores. And definitely wait on, guys. There is an interesting match right after it. It's going to be Evil Esports taking down Loki Esports. We'll be right back for the finest tuning and thrilling game with a short break.
Few like 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, let's wait and play a few games while waiting for that match. Okay, guys, which game shall we play? I'm feeling like let's play this game. Let's just play this game and just wait for the next match to start. Come on, guys, let's win. Double tap the like the stream, guys. You can double tap your screen to like the stream. And yes, the next match is gonna start in 10 minutes. So let's just wait and chill. Yo, something wrong with the server. Unable to find a room.
Guys, we're about to start the game, guys. We just wait for a while. We will be starting the game in a while. We will start the game in a while because it's Thursday regarding the downstate. We will be starting the game after a while.
Yo, let me just restart the game.
We'll start the game for a while, guys. Let's just chill and watch people.
Alright, we found a room, guys. Now I have to stream for 4 hours, guys, till the match, till the tournament is over. Have I eaten? Yes, I have eaten my dinner. Okay, let's go. Yo, too crowded. Oh my god. Come on. Aya. Yo, let me move. Yo, I can't move. Come on, guys. Hold it. Stumble, guys. Yo, let me move. Come on, yes. Come on, yes, we qualified, guys. Let's go. Alright, next round, guys. Next round. Yo, this round is very annoying, guys. Let's wait for our team to cross first, so that we'll know which path to exactly go. Okay, don't push me, Yo, what's wrong? Come on, guys, where to go? Yes, let's go. Yo, what is this guy doing? Look at this guy. Only the best remains. What is this? Yo, this looks very confusing. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Run. Oh no. Healthy Lord, yes. Yo, what am I doing? Yo, I'm stuck. Yo, I'm stuck, guys. No. Oh shit, I'm done with this game, guys. Let's see if the match started. It hasn't started yet, guys. What shall we play? Let's play this. Yo! Oh my god. Alright, alright, alright. Okay, okay. I think the match is gonna start now. Let's go back to the match, guys. We'll get back to this later.
Evil fans are gonna all come into the chat and
Alright, the
make it
match
a
is gonna
blast
start,
today,
guys.
I must
Sit back
say.
and enjoy.
Oh my goodness, you could not have said it any better, right? But I think you put a little bit too much on the plate, Jenny. Evil Esports, the pride of Manipur, questionable a little bit. I'm not.
Yeah.
Take it with a grain of salt, ladies and gentlemen. All I'm saying is, so far, a lot of tournaments happen in Mobile Legends 5v5.
Mhm.
We've seen Evil Esports drop out at the very stage where it starts to get a little competitive. I'm
Mhm.
not saying they don't have it. It's just that we haven't seen it yet. Yes, we've seen it in what, 2018, 2017, 2020. Folks, you got to get back in time. It's 2024 right now. But
Mhm.
of course, like Jenny and Linville mentioned, it's the state of Manipur's clashing against each other.
Mhm.
Real question is it good to be Evil Esports right now, or rather than Evil Esports actually being really that good?
I think we'll come to know from this tournament if they're really gonna live up to that reputation. Like evil is the best, evil is the best in Northeast. Will they be able to live up to the reputation? We'll see in this tournament, I guess.
Through that.
Mhm. Yep. Kronos, what do you think?
I mean, if you ask me, right, depending
Mhm.
on how Evil Esports have been playing throughout, especially given the fact that they have such a
Mhm.
big hype, a lot of people just waiting for the opportunity to support their team. They haven't even been playing. A lot of people, like Jenny, you mentioned in the chat, people are
Mhm.
just like, oh wait, where's Evil Esports? Are Evil Esports playing this tournament? Guess what, folks? Yes, they are. And this tournament name is their Northeast Cup that's gonna be happening in the LAN event in the location of Guwahati, Assam. And
Mhm.
right now we are in the online phase. Yes, folks, it's only day number 1. So we got a lot of exciting action up for you. 512 teams taking
Mhm.
part. We are in the online phase. You can be one of them as well. Make sure you grab a bunch of people. I know some of you just want to get in and play the skins, especially the one that recently Ducati skin. We
Mhm.
saw previously Leo Mort picking up the Ducati skin. What a game that was indeed.
Mhm.
You want to pick up those skins? You guys want to enjoy the game? Make sure you register for the tournament. For registering for the tournament, you got to go to the Discord of Battle Knights. Ask one of the moderators for the registration link. You will find it. If you're not able to understand how to register, there's already a video created, voiced over by myself, explaining how to actually register into the tournament. But let's not forget to register for the tournament. You got to download the game. Download the game. It's the anniversary event that's happening. A lot of free epic skins up for grabs. And you know what else is up for grabs, folks? That big cash prize, which is not yet
Mhm.
to be disclosed. However, Linwell, I think this is where we say goodbye to you, my friend. I know it was a short time that we have, but I know you're excited. You're speechless in terms of looking at who's going to win. Is it going to be Loki Esports on the blue side or Evil Esports on the red? Jenny, let's get into it. It's you and me for this one. I'm excited, and I know you are as well.
Let's go, man. Right, given the fact that Linwell is from Manipur as well, I mean, he's super excited.
I think so. Yeah, that was the whole point. And that's why he's like, you know what, guys? I don't want to cast this one. I want to watch
Mm.
this one because I really want to understand and enjoy Evil Esports finally. He's been waiting for it for a long time as well. And we have been, but the bands definitely. Gatot Kacha coming out from Loki Esports on the blue side, Chip on the red. Jenny, take it away.
Well, gotcha. Well, I didn't expect this, honestly, right in the beginning. I thought maybe they were gonna ban something like a Ruby and Phobias and all, because Rubies is so versatile these days. I mean, you can get her as a goal lane in the. But again, even Grok is open. Grok is like trending these days, so why not Grok?
Yeah, I agree. And I think in the first game, we saw that Grok in the EXP lane as well. So Grok is definitely one of those roamers to watch out for. Provides so much for the team, but people forget it's not something that's easy to pull off. You require a lot of game knowledge, a lot of high skill in terms of executing the heroes such as Grok, especially the composition. Yes, you get a fast lane clear in the mid lane, but at the same time, you got to understand how you go about that and convert that into an advantage. But speaking of advantage, they're not going to get that map control in the form of Ling. But at the same time, Suyo is banned out of the Land of Dawn. When did you see that last in the tournament, Jenny?
Yeah, Suyo. Well, honestly, I haven't seen Suyo being banned. I mean, in the last previous matches, they didn't ban Suyo, did they?
Yeah. Ooh, Mincitar. Okay, Loki Esports are getting some hard reads from Evil Esports right now. Just want to make sure they don't get caught off guard. But you were right, Suyo, we don't really see it quite a lot. I think it's recently got opened up for the tournaments. Don't forget, folks, Suyo is a hero that wasn't available prior, but I feel like he is right now, and that's why he's banned out by Evil Esports. He has been a menace in the jungle quite a bit. People say he's great in the EXP lane. Hey, I'm quoting Linville. He said he's a dominating force in the EXP lane if you put the vengeance on him. But Zushin right now, after the rework, I wouldn't say so strong, but still provides a lot of CC. So taken off the table completely. But the first pick here, Jenny, oh my goodness, this is too early.
Very early, very early. They had a lot of options open. They could have gone for a Ruby, they could have gone for a Phobias, or even Hayabusa. Well, Hayabusa, okay, but still, there are options. Xavier, first pick, I don't think that's wise. They're just letting go the advantage of having that first pick. And there you go, Ruby instantly locked, as well as Kimmy. Kimmy in the goal lane or Kimmy in the mid lane?
So I think this has to be a Kimmy in the goal lane, right? I've seen Kimmy pop in the goal lane quite often. There's not been a lot of rework, but the fact that other marksmen have started falling off in the current meta, brings a little bit of a limelight to Kimmy. But at the same time, Kimmy has a 100% counter. Like she gets basically eaten alive by the assassins, just like Hayabusa. And guess what? People talk about Kyrie from Indonesia. They forget we have a Kyrie in India in the form of Loki Esports.
Well, okay. Followed by a Terizla and a Hayabusa. I mentioned Hayabusa before, but okay, maybe they were like, oh, we forgot Hayabusa, let's get him now. What difference does it make? Again, that Terizla on the penalty zone might come in handy, but again, he is highly nerfed in the early game, and I doubt that Evil will be letting them sustain in the early game so that they can push it forward to the late. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I think the fact that they want to get that mid to late game power spike, and that's where you can see the draft, like you mentioned, Jenny, great breaking it down, because you got Xavier, who is a late game potential hero. Hayabusa, yes, he gets his level 12 power spike, which is somewhere around the 8th to 10th minute mark if he has a great early game, but you still have some sort of damage coming out around the level 8 mark as well. And Terizla, after he got hit with the nerf hammer, he has been more of a mid to late game kind of hero rather than dominating the early phase of the game. So that's what Loki Esports are looking for. But on the other side, it looked like Evil wanted to get that early snowball from that Nolan in the jungle, get that early farm. And for those of you who are watching, make sure to share the stream. Of course, we got Evil Esports, guys. This is what you've been waiting for. I mean, this is what we're here for. We oil up and ready to go. And I think right now, so are both the teams, and Edith being taken off the table. Another flex pick sort of, and Tigreal, the Melissa. I'm not sure what Loki Esports are cooking, because these are hard target bans. Don't you think so, Jenny?
Yeah, I'm counting on the Manipuri fans, my days and the Evil fans to hike it up to 1,000 live viewers in this game. Do you think you can do it?
Oh, yeah, of course we can do it. Doesn't matter where you are in Manipur or who you're from, but for sure, we know you want to support the teams from your state, especially given the fact that there's going to be state representation further on in the tournament. Let's not forget, we got 8 different slots for the Northeast states and 2 from others. So it's going to be even more exciting knowing that, Evil Esports could be the... People say they're the strongest team from Manipur, but I am saying that, it could be only this tournament. The Northeast Cup will decide. So if you think you are the strongest team in your state, make sure you register for the tournament. If the registrations are still open, you can join whenever, until the last date of registration, which I forgot. Sorry about that, folks. I have a lot to remember, so I kind of forgot about that. Just like Evil Esports forgot that they needed a goal laner, but seems like May's flexing. I don't know what's happening, Jenny.
I think that maybe Kimmy is going mid lane. Like I mentioned before, Kimmy goal lane or mid lane, maybe he's going mid lane. And again, Loki has banned Diggy. Did they just ban Diggy for that penalty zone, or are they cooking up something like an Atlas coming up, maybe like that? And then Moskov in the goal lane. Wow. Kimmy go mid lane might actually work. You said that you'd prefer in a goal lane, did you not?
Yeah, I do prefer it in the gold lane, but because I haven't seen it quite a lot in the mid lane. You know, yes, Kimmy in the mid lane does do a lot. Wow, Jenny, seems like you're the analyst here and on point. You said Atlas, and guess what? They picked it up. When was the last time we saw a massive Fatal Links coming out in the Land of Dawn? I don't think I've seen one in a long time. But right now, I feel like they don't really have the targets on the other side because Kimmy is really mobile. Yes, Moskov has a short target range. He's mobile as well. And you got Nolan who can escape with the fracture. You have Ruby that can stop the CC with the Don't Run Wolf's King. But on the other side, Jenny, you and I both know somewhere out in the world, somewhere in India, scared yet, it's probably riding a scooter and smiling right now because he saw someone pick up a Hanabi against Evil Esports.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? Lolita is actually open, given the fact that they have a Kimmy and also there's a Moscow. I mean, don't you think at the last they would have gone for Lolita and it would have, aided them most with that shield coming in?
Yeah, I think it could have been possible with that Lolita, but at the same time, I feel like Lolita is only trying to counter the Hanabi here. You're not able to provide a set that you need because the Atlas can just, CC and next thing you know, your Numenon Blast just gets canceled out. I do like the Phoveus and the Ruby combination here, but that means that Evil Esports are not looking to play for an engage. They do want to pick, they're waiting for Loki Esports to pick a fight and then they will go for the re-engage. While at the same time, the Nolan will just be looking to pick off one by one. So Jenny, the stage is set. Which do you think is the better team over here?
Looking at the draft, I think Evil's got it sorted, but it all comes up to how they execute everything. So let's wait. What about you?
I think I'm excited. It doesn't matter who's going to win. I know it's going to be a great game because I see the plans for both the teams coming out. And it might be a blast. Only time will tell. And as we are talking about it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and friends of all ages, get ready to get into the Land of Dawn for the Northeast Cup. We are in day number 1. On the blue side, we have Loki Esports. But on the red, we have someone that's more evil. That's right, you heard it. Evil Esports. Both these teams representing Manipur right now. And up on the stage, up on the desk with me is Missy Jenny, the one and only, casting alongside myself, Kronos, and Jenny, it's time to get down, it's time to get dirty, and it's what it's all about in this game.
Definitely. What a hell of an introduction, man. Thank you for that. Well, moving on. Have a look in the top lane. Ruby is trying to play dirty like you mentioned. He's trying to maybe give some vision. I thought maybe he was coming for an invade for the blue buff from Kyrie, but no, actually, he was just messing around.
Yeah, you know what? I always wanted to cast with the guy in a game where the guy's name's Kyrie, and guess what? We get to do it today, Jenny. Kyrie's on the Hayabusa, ladies and gentlemen, as Davidson is just providing a little bit of emotion. But look at that Rook. He gets caught out. He has to flicker out of harm's way, but he goes in with that split onto words Kirisaki. But right now, he gets melted down. Davidson does not have the flicker, and that is first blood going to the hands of Viv from Evil Esports. But at the same time, Kyrie not hitting the level 4 power spike. Meanwhile, in the goal lane, MNZYZ just zoning away Tanjiro, who really needed that flicker, but without it right now is a sitting duck. And look at Rook just able to get back on towards the other side, providing vision. And Viv here, he sees it, he wants to take it. Tanjiro not in a safe place, he goes in fracture, doesn't have enough damage, but MNZYZ gets caught by Davidson at the same time. Really wants that Hanabi.
Yeah. Oh no, he's not giving up. He's still going for it, but that could be a little bit. Manages to escape.
Ooh, I think he was a little too excited over there, and he had to make sure he backed off because the Hanabi didn't have a flicker, and we know how juicy that gold laner looks when they don't have a flicker.
Yeah, that's why I said that was level 2 at Luster, and ended up giving the first blood. If he had a Lolita, he would have maybe helped himself out with that shield. But again, in the middle, and they're still trying to get Kyrie when it's turtle time, trying to get him before the turtle even starts.
Yeah, I think Kyrie really needs to get this turtle. He needs to get the snowball going because Nolan right now, Viv has farmed up level 5 and this Kyrie is on level 4. This is the win condition for a Nolan. You got to be 2 levels ahead during the first turtle. And guess what, folks? He's achieved that. He's level 6 to Kyrie's level 4. And this is going to be a big snowball coming in from the side of Evil Esports. They got the early game in the bag. Will they be able to transition? Look at that. I'm Offended coming in on towards Davidson. He's trying to go in. He got the Fatal Links, but the Purified. This is what I was talking about. but he goes in. Oki shadow kill comes out as well. They get the kill. So that's a 1-for-1 trade. That's a W coming in for Loki Esports, but at the same time, Evil just rotating around the map. And Jenny, I think they want to get a little bit more this time.
Yeah, you know, like you mentioned, Kimi is really squishy, and Kyrie manages to get the kill over there. But again, in the top lane, they have tanked Tanjiro 3-on-1.
Oh my goodness, Tanjiro is not having a great day on this Hanabi, especially. And Kyrie just zoned away by Rook. Rook is doing a really good job. And look at that, Don't Run Full Skim comes out, but the Quad Shadow enabling him to get out of harm's way. Well, Viv here, he realizes the Hanabi Tanjiro is ripe for the taking. He goes in, he got the fracture. That is a killing spree on towards Kyrie. 1-1-0, but at the same time, Tanjiro forced to flicker forward, but there's the I'm offended, and they go in. Donning Light comes out, but gets nobody. But guess what? Tanjiro gets taken down once again, 0-2-0. Hanabi not having the greatest of games, as Evil Esports slowly but surely dominating the game and dominating the map as well.
Yeah, you know, I feel like there must be a communication gap in Loki Esports, because they needed that Atlas over there, all right, to help them. Look at what Ruby is doing. He's just using all his CC up and getting them close and near to Kirisaki over there, and he's just continuously dealing damage as a mid laner. But again, he's in the top lane with Moscow.
I think the fact that they have two marksmen as well will be a problem. Look at Celsius. He's on a Terizla that has a Vengeance, a little unorthodox. So that means without the help of the Flicker, you will engage when necessary. So they only have the engage in the form of Davidson, but they have two Purifiers on the other side. Look at that. There's the Fatal Links that we were talking about. And they take him down, and nonetheless, Davidson goes down once again. 0-3-1 on an Atlas. Yes, you want to provide the set, but your team doesn't have the damage. And let's not forget, Jenny, we were talking about how Loki Esports have that late game in their favor, but will they be able to reach that phase is the question. As look at that, they go in once again, and it should be easy for Evil Esports to take down the mid tier 1.
Yeah, they should have had something for the early game. And again, oh my god, don't.
Oh, the penalty zone comes out, but guess what? They get out of that quite easily, as Baka's the first one to fall in that team skirmish. Meanwhile, on the top side, at the same time, two goal laners going at it, and MNZYZ is on a killing spree. But at the same time, Davidson, he just came back from that blank screen. He's going back to it, and all thanks to courtesy of Viv, as Cell6 here. He's trying to clear the wave, Jenny, but seems like Evil Esports just dominating the map so far, not giving any space. As Rook here, Don't Run Volsking has to flicker out of harm's way as well. Kyrie using the Quad Shadow, making sure he makes that OP plays, but not able to do so. Viv goes in, he has the damage, and so does the Phoveus. And right now, will they be able to? They're just cutting the waves, Jenny, and they can't really do anything. Look at that. Fatal Links completely misses, gets caught in the I'm offended, and this should be David saying goodbye, as Cell6 is next on the chopping block, and seems like he gets the two-man penalty zone as Rook goes down.
Oh, finally that Rook sound. You know, that's what I said. They should have banned the Ruby. I mean, Rook got the Ruby, and he's been a menace the entire game on all the bushes, everywhere, giving up the vision, setting it up. He's setting it up for Kirisaki and Viv almost all the time, and it's a goal. Like, this guy is snowballing right now.
Oh yes, Jenny, he's snowballing so hard, and this is, you know what? I think it's the fact that a lot of team fights are going on, but it's just about how the win condition is met, and this was where Evil Esports are. Look at Kirisaki. I like that skin though, you know, I like that Stormtrooper skin, but you know, it's about the win condition that you got to identify, and Evil Esports did really good job identifying their win condition with the Nolan, where you got to get 2 levels ahead. And speaking of win condition, Davidson needs to provide that Fatal Links, but he's not able to do so. He's trying to go in, but every time he walks in, he walks straight into those blasts from Kirisaki, gets taken down. And now Evil Esports just buying time. The goal lead is about 6. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness, Jenny, did you see that damage?
I thought there's no stopping him. He is farm, he's got everything. I go, oh, look at that. Baka. I am just gonna take him down as well. They are so farming. Look at the difference. There's like a 10,000 goal difference in just 7 minutes of the game. I told you, in the early game, they don't have any potential, and Evil is not gonna let them sustain up to the mid to the late.
speaking of sustain, forget sustain. I don't think they'll be able to play the game. The Hanabi gets taken out once again. The Holy defense gets procced in the 7-minute 50-second mark. Holy defense is active until the 12-minute mark, so you can utilize that, especially when the Lord's coming in. That's the mechanism of the game that's required, but without that, right now, they go for the Fatal Links, but onto was the wrong target. They don't have the damage. Here comes the Dawning Light. They get the Vengeance and finally pick up a kill in the process. So there's something that's there, but Wiv, oh my goodness, he goes in. Expansion with that big fracture, gets the kill. Wiv trying to escape, but he gets shut down finally after biting off more than he could chew. But the two marksmen actually just taking these inhibitor and these turret structures one after another. Only the inhibitors left standing, Jenny. It's 8 minutes 30 seconds into the game.
Honestly, the way Evil are playing right now, they don't even care. They're just trying to get down the kills and chill and then end the game whenever they feel like. And get the Lord and then end the game. They're all over the jungle. They did try to get that blue buff from Kyrie, but he manages to steal that with his retribution. Well, do you think, Ronald, that there is a possible comeback? I mean, even a small window for it.
Yeah, I think, never say never, right? That's the whole point. And like you mentioned, there is a slight possibility because Mobile Legends Bang Bang is a 5v5 nonetheless. Yes, you have your individual skills, but at the same time, if they get that big wombo combo, if Evil try to bite off more than they could chew, trying to dive into the turret when they have an Atlas, when they have a Terizla, they have the backline in the form of the Xavier and the Hanabi, maybe... in a perfect world, it could work out, but only looking at the fact that if both the teams are on equal terms, Davidson not looking to make the right play. He goes in, but gets melted down before he even provides the Fatal Link. Celtics wanted to provide the penalty zone as well, but he gets taken down. Here comes the Oki Shadow kill. They finally get the kill on towards Rook, who was a menace right now until the game from the beginning of the game. And now here comes Wiv. Look at the Nolan on the map. He goes in. He wants to burst somebody down right in the middle of it, and they can't really do anything.
Yeah.
He goes right into their faces and bursts them down. Evil Esports gets that inhibitor in the bot lane as well as the Lord is marching down top.
Yeah. I told you during the draft, they did miscalculated draft over. The Ruby was open and they could have taken the Lolita as well to counter Kimi, but they didn't. Oh, he's trying to get the Fatal Links, but again, missed.
Oh my goodness, you know what? Forget the miss. I don't know if they're able to play the game right now. They're just getting melted left, right, and center, given the fact that they have two marksmen in the form of a Kimi and a Moskov, who are late game monsters nonetheless. Davidson wants to provide a set, but guess what? He gets melted down every time he goes in. The Lord is quite healthy still. The base crystal left exposed. They get the jungler in the form of Kyrie, but at the same time, the base crystal is the target for Evil Esports. As Jenny, they take it down quite quickly. Could this be the record to beat in the Land of Dawn for the Northeast Cup as the fastest game in the tournament? What do you think, Jenny? Maybe 10 minutes 41 seconds.
It could be. I mean, 10 minutes 41 seconds in the tournament, it's not gonna be that easy, right? Well, it's just a knockout stage, but might be too early to judge, but you never know. And I have to say, they snowballed the whole time. That Ruby, Irook on the Ruby in the entire map, being a menace, zoning out people, setting it up for Kimi and Phobia. Very well calculated draft.
Well calculated indeed, and I think it came down to, once again, Jenny, we were discussing about this, identifying their win condition, because we knew that the Atlas, you called it, you called the draft, you called they're gonna go for an Atlas and they want to go for the Terizla, and they probably need a little bit of backline as well. You did call it. It was an actually well calculated draft coming in from both sides, but it's just the fact that it was not executed how we would like for it to be, just because of how many purifies they had on the other side, and also how Evil Esports identified that they have to go for the re-engage and the pickoffs and not be the primary engage, because Davidson was the one. He's always walking into the middle of the team fights, but guess what? Every time he goes in, Kimi's just like pew, 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 and just taking down the entire time. So he couldn't really do anything. And also, before the first turtle, getting that extra 2 levels that you need in the form of a Nolan, because you can farm much faster compared to the other junglers, shows that they know, they have the game knowledge. That's why they've been one of the top squads in India for such a long time. It's just, maybe I've heard they're a little bit of rusty. Maybe, I'm not sure if that's the case, but I think the Northeast Cup is a good way for them to, stretch out, get warmed up, and then get ready to roll when the time of state representation comes by. But guess what, Jenny? Somebody's waiting there for us, isn't he?
Linwell with his funny expressions.
Indeed. That was quite a game to watch here. Even Esports played wonderfully well. Especially, as you mentioned, if you take a look at Loki Esports, the game plan is very straightforward, obvious. They go in with a setup and burst down with the heroes. But the main problem with that is after you've identified the problem, after you've faced through different, rotations, and the positioning for Evil Esports was just so good with the Nolan and Ruby and Phobia. It's just disengaged was so good. So yeah, I'm just praising Evil Esports right now, and yeah, as they are one of the more well-known teams, but they're well-known for a reason. So this was
just follow
quite a game to
reason.
watch, but unfortunately, as Jenny, I think Jenny wanted more spice in the game, and this was a little bit
Yeah.
one-sided. But yeah, it is what it is in the end.
That's nice. Jenny always wants spice. She always wants spicy food for some
Yeah,
reason.
I love spicy food as well. Funny thing, Loki Esports, they banned, they were countering, like, they were banning the counters for their own draft instead of trying to counter Evil's draft.
Yeah.
Like, for example, they
Exactly.
banned Diggy and they went for the Teresa and Atlas, but they completely forgot that there's a Kimi out there. A Lolita was open. Could have reflected
Exactly.
the entire damage, but they forgot about it.
Completely forgot about it. They had the Hanabi as well, so the combination was just lurking around. So guys, I mean, just to make sure you understand the fact that Evil Esports, yes, they did play an easy and good game, but at the same time, it was for them to identify what was good and what was not. And that is where you can see that, okay, so this team is there for a reason. And I know Linville is smiling because he's from Manipur. He wants the team from Manipur winning the Northeast Cup. He wants Evil Esports representing Manipur as well. This guy said in the back, before we got on the stream, like, hey, Evil Esports, you got to watch out for them. You got to watch out for them. Jenny said the same thing. I think we got a lot of people, not just viewers, but also casters that are kind of rooting for Evil Esports,
Yeah, me
but
too.
just a little bit more from them, just that extra bit of spice, that extra, the extra tarka that you say in when you're making food. You just need that extra bit of spice that they need, a lot of flavor to add on. So maybe they can, maybe they won't, but I was pretty excited casting their game, not gonna lie. It was pretty exciting indeed.
Well, it's just the knockout stages, so the knockout stages must come to them easy. But once we reach up to the top 20, top 20, top 16, that's, I guess, where it's gonna get spicier. We can see who's doing better and who's still in the same rusty spot. So yeah, let's wait.
Oh.
Let's not judge too early.
One last thing there. Very unfortunate for Kyrie. Oh, dude, I just want. It would be so good if Kyrie went through the next round. But yeah, that'll be all for this game, at least game number 5. And yeah, that's amazing. Thank you both also. But the game number 6 is on the way, ladies and gentlemen. So stay tuned and keep watching. It'll be here soon. I think both the themes are ready, and we might just start in a bit. So
Yeah, don't forget, guys, we casted a Kyrie game, Jenny.
We just started the Kyrie game. Well, that Kyrie didn't live up to his name, but yes, we did.
He played a Hayabusa nonetheless, but yes,
He played a Hayabusa, yeah.
like Linville
Maybe
said,
next
don't
time.
go anywhere, stay tuned. But of course, register for the Northeast Cup. Registrations are still open. To do that, you got to download the game. And of course, it is up on the desk. Jenny, Linville, and Kronos, we're going to say goodbye as we're going to go into the next game.
Have match 6 coming up in 10 to 15 minutes. Let's wait for it, guys. While we wait for it, we'll just play a few games and just chill and wait, guys. The next match will be the last match for today, and tomorrow again, guys, I'll be streaming the same tournament. So guys, turn up and don't forget to
Also, I am
And guys, let's go back to this game again.
I'm not 5'4", I'm 5'7". Up to you, Amita. Oh, this will be our last match, guys. This will be our last match. What's the death in Sun versus Ember Squad? Let's go, guys. I am 17 on this store. So Bobby is being from Android
Overwatch.
and
Overwatch.
Ben.
Overwatch.
What else are in the combo?
Keep loving. Don't go away.
Alright,
It's a really
guys, the
easy,
last
guys.
match
The
just
viewers
started.
are,
Let's get
there's a
into the
thing. It
game.
is model management, something like the customers are gods, something like that. So for us, the viewers, it's the viewers. They're the gods, right?
Indeed.
So yeah,
That
respect
is
and
true
thank you so
indeed.
much for the 1,000 live viewers, and I think we should keep that up. Let's keep it up, guys.
Yeah, it's true indeed. And given the fact that we are
Yes,
here
that
once
was
again
a
for the
really good
final game
squad,
of the
Evil
day, it
squad.
doesn't get more exciting than this
And the
because
last match
guess
just
what, guys?
started,
Yes, we
guys.
had
Let's
Evil
watch.
Esports playing the previous game, but we saved the best for last. And I think Linville looking at the draft, Jenny looking at the draft, you guys can tell that it is going to be a cracking game indeed.
I agree. I agree.
The bands here coming in. Khalid, Chip, as well as the Zushin. Bando from side of the blue team. The red team here going for a Mincetar and a Phobius band, which, they're looking for a assassin pick, perhaps this case. Maybe the Ling in this scenario and banding off the Edith there. Very smart decision. A lot of teams have been opting for the Edith as a first pick. Good starter, good hero in the meta, has a lot of damage as well as sustainability, even in those scenarios where it comes in clutch, just surviving from the passive of the ultimate and just bursting down. Even the first game, I think they managed to survive against the Ling, which is a huge deal, especially, since snowballing Ling can be hyper carry, as Kronos said, hyper carry in the name. Once he gets those kills, it's gonna be really hard. But DBZ here, on the first pick, Flaming Uchiha locks in the Ruby.
Oh well.
Yeah, Jenny, he picked up the Ruby here, and I think Ruby just a counter to the assassins, and like Linville mentioned, there is a Ling that's available. You think they got to go for the Ling right now?
Could be. I mean, if they do have the confidence that, oh no, it's okay, I can still manage. Could be. The Link is still a great option, but then it's not there a better option. Oh, look, insane on that Link.
There it is.
Yeah, and I think Insane is someone that's pretty famous because of his insane plays that he makes for dads and sons with that hero indeed. So right now we got the Ling on the red side along with the Arlot. I know people don't talk about the Arlot a lot just because we have a different EXP laners coming and popping around the land of Dawn in the form of the Khalid. That's been a priority pick. We got this Edith as well. We got a Phobius that has been doing well. Today we saw even an EXP lane Grok. The Ruby does really well. But at the same time, I think Arlot is kind of one of the best EXP laners that's kind of forgotten. He does provide the final slash as a complete displacement of the heroes along with a lot of and he can change the tide of the game by himself because he can build tanky and be the difference maker like a front line as well. But on the other side, DBZ pick up the Cillian for the late game along with the Harriet to kind of bully himself into that gold lane. Not really sure if it will work out, but at the same time, we just got to find out, Jinwil, that in due time, they go for the Claude indeed. So yeah, what do you I think the first phase is set. So what do you think the band is going to be, Jinwil?
Well, Kronos, it's pretty much obvious, I think. Okay, that was not obvious. I wasn't gonna say Suyo, but okay, maybe a Gato Kacha, maybe no, for the Claude, and or maybe a Jawhead. Okay, maybe Jawhead doesn't work there, but in this case, look at Side, if that's in sense, they really have a solid game plan in their hands with the damage and the Claude, but they're lacking a little bit of the early game zest. So gonna be needing that. And the side of Android squad nerfs the spans off the Luo E, a lot of burst damage. I guess maybe the Lunox, they too are weak to a huge burst mage in the early game. And in this potential, Invoker, a decent mage user, gonna go for a ban on the Bane instead. Really smart choice coming in from that Zinson, especially since, Arlet, he does have the damage at the final slash. He does have the sustainability and, the surprise effect with the flicker. But if the knockups from the Bane, say the catch, could be a huge steal. So pretty smart drafts coming from both sides, especially even the Claude here, who is a little bit weak to the counter abilities.
I have a feeling that they're maybe waiting to surprise him with a Valentina. Like, okay, you pick your heroes. Let me just pick a last and count, steal all your skills.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that's a good point you make, Jenny. We haven't seen a lot of Valentinas pop up, and I think Valentina could be a good pick for the side of Dads and Son. But they do need that early game presence, like Linville mentioned. So maybe a Grok into the roam position just to kind of bully out the mid lane, get that fast wave clear, and not be. Wait a minute! Wait a minute!
What?
We got a Franco in the land of Dawn, ladies and gentlemen. This man's gonna be Iron Hooking his way to victory with them bloody hunts, drinking that ale. We thought we wouldn't see that in the form of Bane, but we get that in the Franco, and our very own Doom is gonna be picking that up. But at the same time, on the other side, they got the Nolan. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's a smart decision against the Franco.
Exactly.
But Franco is not paired up with the right heroes. There's no instant burst that comes down with him.
Yeah, indeed. I think it has to rely a lot on his teammates as well as the positioning here. That's in sense they have the experience for that. But then again, you're facing up against a Ruby and currently a Gatot Kacha, which just might be detrimental to this Franco. Yep, and he locks it in. Just whenever Franco lands the ultimate, you go in and just crowd control all of the heroes that are close by. Because look at the heroes we currently have. They have the Ling, they have the Arlet, and the Claude. Yeah, they're all going to be close to mid range, which is directly in range for the Gataka's ultimate. And going in with the Nolan here has the early game also to compensate for the Sicilian, for the Harriet. It's very good coming in from Sev Andre's squad. Precise drafting, the side of Dats and Sun has to counter this. Looks like Invoker on the Aurora just might be enough for the rest of them to maybe counter it. Yeah.
No, maybe they expected Hayabusa or Nolan pick coming in, and they were like, okay, whenever they comes in, the bloody hunt. So secure the Franco.
Yeah, and I agree. It's just the fact that they got a good draft going on their side, but we want to see that instant burst come out as well. And I think we have in sort of a way, but again, it all comes down to how their early game goes. It's just another instant CC. And the fact that they did lock in this Vexana provides that AoE damage that they've been looking for. It all comes down to how much of a separation can Doom provide in the early game compared to the opposite, roamer in the form of a Gatukacha or a Ruby that we haven't seen yet. So it's just a matter of time. I think, Jenny, this is where we say goodbye to you. You got to tell us which team you're going for.
The red team, AT, or what do you call it?
Oh, it's a DBZ Android team Android
squad. No. I'm not talking about
the
the red team. But what's the name?
Dads and Sons.
Yeah.
Go for the same, but take it away.
Indeed. Let's go back into the line of dawn, ladies and gentlemen. Both teams watching down the lanes. Looks like it's going to be a fast rotate here in the jungle. It's going to be ganking towards the goal lane, perhaps. Their pressure is going to be applied a lot. And look at this Franco here. He's prepped up very early on, given the info. The blue buff is not ready. And the rest of the team has the rotations already in mind, in play. Doom here trying to go in for the hook. They're not going to make it in time there and go back to the river.
Look at that. Doom already getting the Iron Hook on towards the Bear Creep, denying that level advantage that the Nolan needs that we saw in the previous game against Evil Esports. But Linville, something might break down. Not really. The Sanguine Claws out and kind of misses. Low Ninja here. He's the one that needs to scale up into the mid game while, oh my goodness, look at how this Doom is just keeping him in check.
Even uses the flicker onto the golems, almost level 4. RD and Doom trying to zone each other out. Invoker here, dealing above damage, but another hook here. Future doesn't use it, but the Ruby gonna get the blue buff in this situation. But to what avail? Already so low in HP. Invoker trying to finish him off, and the Sicilian out in the middle of nowhere gonna be right on time for a gang by Core QT as the kill gets taken. But Parman here with the Colonel Dash finishes off Doom for a 2-1 trade-off.
Yeah, what a trade-off indeed, and I think this is what they really needed on the other side for Dads and Sons, while Breastplay here trading damage with Pamin right now, and really actually getting the better end of the trade as he's frozen the minion waves in his favor. As the Turtle's about to spawn in 5 seconds, and Insane doesn't have his purple yet, so he will be going for it, but wants to get the Turtle first net, so prioritizing the team rather than his own personal buff that he needs might be the difference maker, as they're kind of denying Nolan the advantage that he needs so far in the early game, and that's where the Nolan has to shine, and not getting to do so means that Dads and Son will have the advantage come mid game.
Indeed. Very much so, like you said. That's the Suns here, precisely knowing what they have to do. Gotta go check, try and go in for a dive, but not gonna land at anyone. And try to go back in this scenario. That's the Suns here, precisely playing Core QT. So tanky, goes with the Vice Blast, but anyway, so low. The HP match survive already though. And the front line gets taken off by Doom with 3 members of Swipe Dads and Sons here, bursting them down. They're still on the aggression though. In bot lane, it's looking quite juicy for them. Insane, it's ready for a gank. Has to have the blue buff. Meanwhile, the rest of the team of Dads and Sons here, just with the aggression and the invade. Doom here, not allowing this Nolan to breathe. Another hook, land with Tempest and the flicker. It is so over for the side of Android. Oh my god.
Yeah, Jinwoo, you said it absolutely right. It is over indeed. But look at that. Insane goes in. He wants to steal, and he did steal it away as well. Will they get the I'm offended? There's the Tempest of Blades, Linville. But seems like they don't.
Ooh. Trying to go in, but not going to find an opportunity there. Especially, you know, it's so low on form right now, Nolan.
He is, and I think that's the whole point of, you know, denying the Nolan the early game, and Doom started, but look at that, he's going in for the bloody hunt.
Goes with the bloody hunt here with the BGI, trying to burst him down. Breastplate getting a kill there, trade off Famine here for Doom. Turret here, being chunked down. Gold plating gonna be taken down. RD trying to go in with aggression. Gold minion so low on HP, not gonna use the armor bender in this case, and there's the Sanguine Claw, still not gonna find anyone. Rest of the team gonna be disengaged. Dads and Sun though still hovering over. Invoker here on towards RD, might just go in with the crowd control abilities. Insane also diving in. RD so low on HP, I'm offended, not still used yet. Here comes the Tempest of Blade and bursts him down so fast. He didn't even get a chance to close dash. He was speechless watching that action.
About to say that Pamin was just genuinely trying to do goodbye. He can't really do anything about that. And Corey QT this time leading the charge for the Turtle as the side of Dads and Sons have a 3.6k goal lead. RD here, I think he's biting off more than he could chew, Linville, but seems like they're trying to zone them away.
Yeah, try to go in here. Edwig is in range for the Retribution steal, but he is going to be 2 levels behind. I'm going to try and find it. Already getting knocked up so low in HP. Edwig also, call you team, gonna finish it off. Team onto RD, and the bloody hunt comes in. Sicilian not be able to move, and he is going to be taken down by the BGI. The killing spree for Lord Insane as all the members of Android falls one by one, taking off the blue buff once again. Only Paman left alive. Rest of them spawning in, goes on with his Island Force, but not be able to find it and just gets smelted instead by Lord Insane. 4-0-1 right now, 2-10.
Hey, I'm telling you guys, you got to put some respect on Lord Insane's name right now, because Spamming just tried to walk into the midst of everything, that purple buff, tried to pick it up for himself, went in, dropped his Amon Force, dancing around like the Harrod should, but guess what? You can't really do much, brother. You got Lord Insane on the other side on this lane, but that hook connects.
Oh, yeah, getting bursted down, Jeff getting another kill. 3-4 right now. Android Gaming not be able to do much in this scenario. That's insane. Prioritizing those hooks. And Ruby here in this phase, not even that tanky anymore, just because of how much the different goal gap is. Insane here, hovering over the top lane, trying to go on towards mid. Deadly hook not going to get connect there. And seeing two members of the side, Android Gaming, though. It's Insane diving in, goes in with Heavens of Blades, trying to burst him down. Purify comes in, still alive with a 7 of HP, managed to survive, but in bot lane, however, rest members of that Sun gets the kill on towards Ichida here. Quite fortunate coming in.
Yeah, and I think that play came down to the fact that Lord Insane just got the Haas's Claws to get a little bit of the lifesteal, that extra bit of sustain that he needs in the middle of 4 people, actually able to avoid the I'm Offended as well that came in from RD and made the play.
But flash coming in from Koyuchi, gets the kill though from Invoker, and the burst of damage so much. Uchiha trying to go in and find some members there, not going to connect there, and gets hooked and semi-doom back into the fight as he gets belted out by Breastplate, getting a kill, try still going in. The Insane hovering over, goes in with Dash, and Tempest of Blades coming in, and hook once again lands on towards Palman. Palman's so unfortunate right now as Audi gets taken down once again. It's only this Sicilian Ninja here and Equivoke who just respawned.
Oh my goodness. You want to see something really crazy, Linwell? Look at the coming in from Uchiha 030, Ninja 030, Pamen 230, RD is 060, and Echivok is 010 on a Nolan. I think Dads and Sons once again dominating the land of Dawn, as showing who's the daddy and who's the son.
In this case, it is looking very much like Android Gaming is a son, but they're trying to go in there. Claude puts him down, the worker zoning in there, the Holy Blast can be connected. And rest of the members there. Oh, there was the taunt final slash. No, towards RD, such a poor soul. Breastplate here, going to the back line, dealing a bunch of damage, but gonna be immuning all of that and teleport right back to safety. Iron Hook just missing, and a few millimeters onto its Ninja there. Rest members, Dad and Son, they got what they wanted, a kill and a distraction as the Lord is gonna be spawned. The rest of members are gonna be collapsing onto that Evoker with the start and Breastplate, as well as Lord Insane starting it off. Rest members here positioned perfectly well. Doom with aggression, able to for threatening any hook in those scenarios. Might just go in for that, but they're going for a disengage instead.
Linwell, you know what? This might be the first game that I've ever casted in my casting career where I could possibly see the winning team's goal double the losing team goal right now. We are at 19,000 on the side of Android squad, but Dads and Sons almost doubling that, just 5k away. That could be ×2. And oh my goodness, that spells disaster for the side of Android squad. As the Lord, which is not a luminous one, comes down marching down the mid lane. This could be the fast end that we were looking for, Linwell. Could they beat the record of Evil Esports right now?
Might happen in this game there. As you mentioned, there, lane's not gonna be synced there. Team trying to find a target, running along to RD, and managed to go in with a military now from Albert here, being dropped low. Insane going in the backline base. Lewis also bursting down. Lewis, remember, Android Gaming so much. It just might be over here. Final slash with the flicker. It wasn't necessary. That's only one member. Equivoke left to defend all of this. And Dads and Sons moving on to the next round.
Oh my goodness. Not just are they moving on to the next round, Linville, they are moving on in style. They wanted to show that Manipur is not the only state that has the powerhouses. Guess what? Meghalaya has the power-ups as well in the form of Dads and Sons. They just broke the record of the fastest game in the Northeast Cup, which was 10 minutes 41 seconds, set by Evil Esports in their utter dominating game in game number 1. But guess what? This time, under 10 minutes. Under 10 minutes, Dads and Sons able to end the game 9 minutes 57 seconds. I am completely surprised. Yes, I can see your expression, and I think we got to turn into the cameras right now, folks, because Jenny and Jinwoo right now providing the crazy expressions. Jenny and Jinwoo. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mean, I told you it's too early. It's too early to say that. You know, it's a knockout stage. You never know. And right next match, record broke. It's 9 minutes. 9 minutes 57 seconds only. They snowballed. I mean, they got the link and they were like, "Let's go. Let's end it. We got what we need." When they should have banned Link because people know that Insane is really good at those assassins. If I were there, I would have banned for sure. Man. I don't know why did they not respect that.
But yeah, this just shows that on the first day here, all these teams that swept the the tournament here with pretty fast games, unbelievable scores here. You gotta take a look out for them, and I guess this will set the marker for the rest of the teams to do their homework, maybe research on those teams. I mean, they have a lot of experience also going up against each other in rank, but yeah, it's just another wake-up call.
Definitely a wake-up call. A wake-up call to do your homework. I mean, banned. Anyone would have banned, like knowing that Insane is in the opponents, knowing that this guy is good with assassins, especially this one. Straight away banned, but they didn't want to.
I mean, it's not just the fact that you do your homework, right? It's yes, you have to do your homework against your teams, but guess what? Right now, the fact that some of these bigger teams are being streamed on for the Northeast Cup by Battle Knights in this tournament so far. Yes, we had Evil Esports today. Yes, we had Dads and Sons. You know, in the first few games, we had a bigger teams taking part, showcasing their skills. But as we go deeper and deeper into the tournament, it is the online phase, which is further divided into 2 sections, folks. You have the knockout phases, then you have the state representation, then you go to the land phase. So the more these bigger teams are kind of exposed here on stream, the more their cards are revealed, and the more their cards get revealed, the more they cannot hide. So the deeper they go into the tournament, the more of their strategies are not being revealed. And this is a big part, which I mentioned previously as well in one of my streams, but I think it kind of goes to show that Jenny, Linville, that these teams need to start, you know, like, yeah, we are on stream. Yeah, we got people casting. I think we want to hide as much as we can, but I don't think they can afford to because it's a knockout. It's a best of one. They don't want to risk it. They got to play their best heroes. And then slowly but surely, once their strategies get revealed, it will be much harder even for the top teams to actually try and win. So this is where the knowledge of the game comes into play. And let's not forget that the Northeast Cup still has registration open, folks. So make sure you download Discord, download the game, get into the Battle Knights Discord, ask for the registration link. It could be in the description right now, or ask the moderator in the chat. Join, make your own team. I think we got to make our own team. Jenny in the mid lane, Lynn wrong position. I go into the jungle. We have 3 already. Just and, you know, Scaria in the gold lane. We just need an EXP laner, and then we can just get the victory. You know what?
Let's do that now. Let's do that now. Like I can just turn on my live and then we can go. Let's play together. How about you guys?
Yeah, bro. Let's go.
Yeah, and actually, a lot of people were not aware of this tournament. That this tournament is going on, this and that. So why don't you go now? I mean, the link must be there in the description. Register ASAP, right today. Today before you sleep. And if you don't have a team now, make one. Grab some people from the chat who doesn't have a team as well and they want to participate. Get them and just register, guys. You don't have to worry about winning or losing. Participate, at least know your potential. But
yeah, I know. At least to try out the new Leomord skin. I know, guys. We're all broke.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Right.
Good idea, man.
So try it, right?
But yeah, I think that'll be all for today's day number 1 of the Northeast Cup. It's been a wonderful day to start us off. and just phenomenal matches all around. Phenomenal casters, phenomenal viewers, and phenomenal players, all in the end. But yeah, I think yeah, we're probably going to round this up. Yeah, stay tuned for more games to come in the following days as well. A lot of great teams are going to be playing. Don't forget, this is just only a small portion of the huge teams that signed up and the huge teams that are in India overall. But yeah, good night, guys. Thanks for watching. And yep, hit the like, subscribe button, and then download the game, as Chrono said, in the Play Store. Mobile Legends 5v5. Join the tournament if you want to, of course.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
at least
meanwhile,
download
if you guys
it.
are free, Chronos, and come over, man. We're gonna stream in Miss Jenny. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. I gotta
Yep.
pop in a stream on my channel as well.
Yep.
But you know,
Let's
yeah,
go.
if you don't want to download for the tournament, guys, just download for the free rewards. I missed out on the collector skin, but that doesn't mean
True,
you
true.
have to. So just get
Hey,
your
I'm
epic.
collecting, man.
I
I'm trying.
forgot.
I'm trying to get that Akai anniversary skin, man. It looks cute.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Looks
Yep.
I think I missed it yesterday.
I don't know. I don't know if is it a daily thing? I didn't even know about it. I got
Yep. You gotta collect
gotta-
daily,
Yeah,
man. You gotta collect
it's
daily.
like a mix of everything, like stats and stuff, and like you have to level up stuff. It's like a mini games of some sorts, but yeah, if you want the skin, yeah, download the game from Play Store, Mobile Legends 5v5. Yeah,
downloaded the game anyway.
I'll
Stop
help you,
rubbing
man.
faces. I gotta get that. But guess what, folks? You gotta get it as well. And like we mentioned, this is day one of the Northeast Cup. We gotta say goodbye right now. Missy, Jenny, Linwell, and Kronos will say good night and goodbye. But don't forget, stay tuned for tomorrow.
Yo, hello guys. So the tournament for today is over. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you all enjoyed. And tomorrow again, I'll stream the same tournament. So guys, be ready.